Welcome into Herman Brothers Field. That's tonight Bucks in your Matsu Miners. Hello, everybody. I am Reese, and tonight the Miners are in search of their first win of the year as they drop Saturday's opener to the Bucks, and then again on Sunday as they travel to the Chugiak and were unable to defeat the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks as they were defeated by a final score of 10-7. Will Johnston will do the pitching for the Miners. The sophomore left-hander from Keller, Texas, and Texas A&M University is making his first start in a Miners uniform. He's pitched primarily out of the bullpen through his first 2 years in an Aggie uniform, but has plenty of starting experience dating back to his high school days, and skipper Tyler LeBrun entrusts him with the ball today. Sean's going to get you the Miners lineup.
The Miners lineup hasn't seen too many changes from the last time we saw it. Josh Morozic, third baseman, leading it off. Sweeney at shortstop is still going to be in second. Casey Rother, the right fielder, is going to be in third. Mike Ferrara is still going to be in the cleanup spot out of left field. The fan favorite DH, Kevin Nakamura, is going to be number 5. Sam Thompson, the catcher, again today, going to be in 6. Nick Sorelli, the first baseman, holding it down in the 7th slot. Ricky Nunez in center field, and Landers at 9. And, of course, Johnston on the mound.
And we are going to take a brief break to get in the national anthem before I get you. Welcome back in here to Herman Brothers Field lineup. Leading off at second base, it's Garrett Ostrander. Batting second in center field, Carson Rocaforte. Hitting third, the first baseman, Jake Skipworth. The cleanup spot, batting fourth, catcher Cole Carrig. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, Diego Baquero. Batting sixth, at shortstop, Xavier Pinales. Right in the seventh spot, it's the left fielder, Shane Simpson. In the eighth spot, the designated hitter, Luke Lagnus. And batting ninth, the right fielder, David Christie. On the mound for the Bucs is the left-hander from San Diego State, a freshman, Jojo Ingracia. So the Miners taking the field here to start the game, and the Bucs are going to set up 1, 2, 3 in the order for their lineup. Last time we saw the Bucs, they trailed most of the game and ended up taking a brief lead in the 8th inning. They took a 4-3 lead after trailing 3-1 for a while. Took a 4-3 lead in the 8th. Miners came back, struck for 2 in the bottom of the inning to take the lead. Then the Bucs tied it up in the 9th on an RBI single, taking it to extra innings, and then they were able to pull off a 7-5 win in extras, scoring 2 in the 10th.
It was quite a battle between these two last time, but they've kind of both come off a loss now. The last time the Bucs played, they took a loss to Chugiak, the same opponent that the Miners lost to previously, and they were pretty much shut down offensively. They only had 3 hits actually at the end of that game. And for a team that went pretty much toe-to-toe with this slugging Miners offense, that's pretty surprising to see them almost all shut down. 3 hits spread across only 3 different players in the lineup, and they're going to be looking to turn that around, but the Miners definitely looking for some new life from the new arm in their bullpen.
Garrett Ostrander, second baseman from Cal Baptist, stepping in to face Will Johnston. Throwing out the first pitch today was Kelly Turney, the owner of Alaska Pickers. Thank you, Kelly. First pitch from Will Johnston misses, ball one. The left-hander, sophomore from Texas A&M University. Johnston out of the line. Here's the 1-0, and it is a called strike on the inner half with the fastball. 1-1. Once again, the Miners, defensive alignment, outfield left to right, Ferreira, Nunez, Rother, infield left to right, Morozek, Sweeney, Landers, Sorelli, as Johnston misses inside with the fastball, 2-1. Pitcher catcher battery is Will Johnston, and then behind the plate, it's Sam Thompson.
Johnston definitely seems to like pushing the heat so far in the first three pitches, all of them fast.
Goes again with the fastball here and misses once again inside. So Johnston way behind in the count now, 3-1.
And walks have been a huge problem for starting pitchers for the Miners so far. Each of them definitely loading up the bases without them really swinging the bat, and it looks like that might be at risk of happening again here.
Here's the 3-1, and it missed away, so the walks continue to haunt the Miners. It's Garrett Ostrander, who was a menace on the bases Saturday, is on here to lead off the game for the Bucs. Johnston had his fair share of control problems at Texas A&M, struggled with walks a bit. So now it's Carson Rocaforte, left-on-left matchup.
And I guess they're not going to be getting that pitcher's batting practice that they were promised if they had no walks in the game, but they just need to focus on keeping them out of the scoring column.
Here comes a bit of an off-speed pitch by Johnston. It's swung on a miss, strike one. So down on the count is Rocaforte. Johnston at the set from the stretch, the 0-1. And he pounds the outside edge, so Johnston way ahead, 0-2.
Rocaforte, one of those three batters I mentioned that actually had a hit in their last game, came in the first inning as well. He likes to get off to a hot start, but right now, not in a favorable count.
So Rocaforte down 0-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball. Beautiful. Right over the plate. Sinking towards the outside edge. Rocaforte knew it. Will Johnston bears down for strikeout number one.
And you can ring that up 1, 2, 3, and take some pine.
Most efficient way you can do it. That's going to bring Jake Skipworth to the plate. He was in left field in Saturday's game. Skipworth batted sixth in Saturday's game. Went 2 for 4, had a solid day. Scored a run. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded right side past the diving Landers into right field. Rother coming on hard, and Ostrander's going to stop at second. Rother's got a nice arm out of right field. So there's the first hit of the game. First pitch swinging is the first baseman, Jake Skipworth.
He must have done his tape. Watch that Chugiak game where Rother was able to throw it from right field and throw him out at home. Ostrander didn't want to risk it running to third. He knew he had the chance to be thrown out if he did.
So now it's Cole Carrig. Carrig started in right field on Saturday, so some supreme versatility from Carrig. He's behind the plate today, batting cleanup again. Carrig took the collar on Saturday, 0 for 5, but did score a run as he reached on air, struck out twice. Here's the first pitch from Johnston, and it is low in the zone, strike one. Carrig didn't necessarily agree with that call, but it's 0-1. Miners got a ground ball actually off the bat of the third hitting Skipworth, but it was just too far towards the right side for Landers. Runner takes off for third, pitches grounded back up the middle, field by Sweeney. He'll touch the bag, throw to first in time. Jared Sweeney with a nice play on a high bouncing grounder, moving to his left himself and throwing out the runner at first base. So the Bucs get a walk and a hit, but nobody comes around as Will Johnston rolls up a double play, and that'll take us to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Welcome back into Herman Brothers Field as we have the bottom of the first. Josh Morozek, the Kent State Golden Flash, to lead it off against Joseph Ingracia. Lefty on lefty matchup. Morozek, tons of speed. We saw him get a bunt hit actually on Saturday, and he'll look to utilize that here as the first pitch from Ingracia is swung on and grounded slowly to second. Up with the second baseman. Ostrander, quick throw to first, just in time. Ostrander didn't really have a huge sense of urgency there. Kind of went slow, and Morozek almost beat it out. Good hustle there, but he is out, and it's one pitch, one out. It'll be Jared Sweeney coming to the plate.
Well, that was the speed you were talking about. There's the reason he's the only player on the minors so far this season with a stolen base, and he showed it there.
So it's Jared Sweeney coming to the plate. Sweeney, last time we saw him against the Bucs on Saturday, took the collar 0 for 4. But did walk. First pitch here, hits the outside edge, strike one.
He was able to finally get his first hit in the last game, though. A 1 for 5 outing, but did get an RBI in that one. No one on the bases this time, but still wants to become a base runner himself.
Ingracia fires here. Fastball misses away. Ingracia cracked the San Diego State bullpen just slightly. 3 2/3 innings this year as a freshman. California, actually San Diego native from San Diego State University. As he winds here with the 1-1 pitch. Slow pitch, grounded slowly over to second, fielded by Ostrander. Throw to first in time will get the runner Sweeney by a couple of steps, and there's 2 away. 2 ground balls to second base to start it for Ingracia. And that'll bring up Casey Rother, the right fielder.
Just rinse and repeat, ground 4 to 3. The first 2 outs. Rother really trying to have to do something more here. He was huge for them in their last game, 2 of their runs, and it was a lot of effort out of him out there.
So Rother to the dish. Rother, when we saw him last on Saturday against the Bucs, 2 for 5 day, or rather 1 for 5 days, scored 2 runs. First pitch here is a fastball, low in the zone, or low in the bottom of the zone, strike one. Gracia working quickly, not quite as quickly as the Bucs starting pitcher on Saturday, as here comes the 0-1, and it's in the dirt, 1-1. Gracia wearing number 27. Bucs are in their road away jerseys. Black jerseys, yellow trim, Miners in their home whites. Here's the 1-1, and it missed away with the fastball, 2-1. And Gracia certainly comes at you with the fastball.
Absolutely. He doesn't waste much time in his windup either. His delivery is very fast, similar to their many other pitchers that we've seen so far.
Quick and fluid as here's the pitch. Swung on and hit pretty deep center field. Rocaforte going back. Still running, and he won't get it. Around first is Rother, and he'll cruise into second base. There's a 2-out double for Casey Rother. He needed that, and that's a big-time hit as the Miners are going to have a runner in scoring position now with 2 away.
He used every single bit of that 6'5" frame power to send that one over his wall. He was running, and should it be a little bit closer, he might have just got that one bounce to the wall there.
Yeah, there's not really much of a warning track there, so no real warning for Rocaforte as he was twisting and turning out there, but it was just too far over his head regardless. So now it's going to be Mike Ferreira to the plate. Ferreira coming in, still looking for his first hit in a Miners uniform. Ferreira to the dish. First pitch, it misses away with an off-speed pitch, 1-0.
And it is still very early in the season. You might worry looking around the lineup, seeing other people already getting some on there, but all it takes is one to spark a run, get you going.
Ferreira had a huge season at Westchester University this year. With the 1-0 pitch is the pitcher Ingracia. So good count here for Ferreira, 2-0. Yeah, Ferreira on Saturday, 0 for 5. He did score a run, though. Ferreira, right-handed batter, holding that bat at the shoulder until the pitch is coming. Ingracia at the set. The 2-0. Swung on and grounded back up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, Pinales. Throw to first in time, and that'll end it here in the first. Miners get a 2-out double, but can't bring him around. So still no score as we head to the top of the second here at Herman Brothers Field. We'll be right back here on YouTube. is Will Johnston. Gave up a walk and a damage with a double play.
And having those breaking balls pitches down low are huge for being able to put together those double plays and get out of tough situations like that. See if you can keep it going.
Stepping to the plate first for the Bucs is Diego Baquero in the 5-hole. First pitch fastball misses up and in. 1-0. Johnston, the left-hander, against a right-handed hitting Baquero. Johnston fires here and missed inside. It's 2-0. A PSA from the Alaska Railroad and Operation Lifesaver Alaska is the Alaska Railroad would like to remind our friends and neighbors, wherever you see railroad tracks, always expect a train. To stay safe around trains and tracks, look, listen, and live. As Johnston misses here, so now it's 3-0 on Diego Baquero, way ahead.
Baquero almost had to step off there for a second. Wasn't going to hit him, but it was awfully getting closer on the inside.
Johnston winds here on the 3-0 and hit the bottom of the zone. Baquero thought he had ball 4, not to be, so it's 3-1. And Johnston works just as quick as his counterpart in Gracia. 3-1 pitch coming, and check swing didn't go in the dirt, and Baquero's going to get a 5-pitch walk, leadoff walk here to start the second, just the way we started the first. So now it's going to be the 6-hitter for the Bucs. It's Xavier Pinales, who have started at second base in the 8-hole on Saturday. Moving over to shortstop now, flip-flopping with Saturday's shortstop, Garrett Ostrander.
And Johnston, he's a pitcher with 3 put-away pitches, his changeup, 12-6, and slider, but he really has to rely on his two-seamer just to stay in these at-bats.
At the set is Johnson. First pitch misses low and in. He's been coming really inside into that right-hander's batter's box with a lot of his pitches, still trying to command it. The set, here's the 1-0, and it missed up and away, and it's going to get all the way to the backstop. Thompson up with it. Jogging up the second base is Baquero, and the Bucs got a runner in scoring position now with nobody out. Yeah, Johnston catching the smell of fellow Miners pitchers so far. They just haven't been able to command. Already 2 walks. He's fallen behind 2-0 here on Pinales. Nobody really holding on the runner. Baquero at second. Gets a modest lead off. Here's the 2-0. And it's swung on and popped straight up into the air, but it's going to get back out of play. So 2-1 here on Xavier Pinales. Xavier hailing from Wabash Junior College in Illinois.
He was one of those that were held out of the hit column last game. Actually has a 0.000 average for the season, and it might stay that way with this hit right to Ferrara.
Yeah, he swings here and lines it to left field. Hit moderately hard, but Ferrara only takes a couple of steps in, makes the out. No advance. The 1 away now for the 7-hitter in the lineup for the Bucs. It's Shane Simpson. Simpson, the left fielder, drew the start at first base in the 5 spot on Saturday. Simpson went 0 for 4 with a walk. Simpson, left-handed batter against the left-handed pitching Johnston. Johnston at the set. Here's the first pitch, and he missed up. So Johnston falls behind Simpson 1-0. Little runner on second. On deck would be the designated hitter, Luke Lagnus. Simpson in the box, slightly open stance, and Johnston misses in here, falling behind another hitter. It's 2-0, and Sam Thompson's going to jog out to the mound and talk with his pitcher. He's fallen behind 2-0.
And you know it's so much harder for a pitcher to really take control of the count whenever you're falling behind on balls on your first and second pitch. And so far, his first pitch efficiency has been fairly low.
Shane Simpson, another one of these Cal Baptist guys. The Bucs seem to have a ton of them. Left-handed batter. Johnston staring in. He's got what he wants. Sweeney holding on Baquero at second. Here's the pitch, and he missed just away. So Johnston's fallen behind 3-0.
Teetering on his 3rd walk already in 7 batters faced.
He's going to want to get this one over the plate. See if Simpson has the green light. He does not, as it comes down the middle, strike 1. So 3-1. Is a base opener over at first. So you don't have to throw everything down the middle here, and a walk won't kill you, but it wouldn't be ideal, certainly. Johnston at the set. Here's the 3-1. Outside corner, strike 2. So Johnston battling back here. Simpson doesn't offer at either pitch, and it's full now, 3-2. National anthem tonight was performed by Maddie Park, a Palmer High School graduate. Johnston at the set. Pitch, swung on and grounded to short on a couple of hops. Sweeney up with it, throw to first in time. The runner, Baquero, will go over to third, but now there's 2 away. So Luke Lagness will come to the plate now. Alaska native Lagness is from Anchorage. He was a freshman this past year at Grinnell College. So Lagness in the box. Runner on third, 2 away. Johnston just 1 more out away from navigating out of even more damage.
You got to give him credit there. He was able to battle back in that last at-bat, make sure he was put in a position where the batter felt like he was pressured to swing.
As Johnston misses away here, 1-0. Yeah, Johnston was down 3-0. He could have just walked him and had first and second with 1 away, but he managed to battle back and get a fairly weak ground ball to shortstop. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Johnston reaching back on that fastball and blowing it by him.
Magnus really wanted to get all of that one, but just a bit high, it seemed like, went right underneath his bat.
Johnston at in 2-1. Johnston there between 90 and 95 on the gun. Also has a 12-6 curve, so a big break on that in the mid-70s and a slider low to mid-80s. Here's the 2-1, swing and a miss.
Demonstration of some of those off-speed.
Yeah, looked like maybe a slider there, down and in, and Lagness just swinging at air. So 2-2 for Johnston on the right-handed. Johnston at the set, the 2-2. Missed way in. It's going to get by Thompson to the backstop, and jogging home for the first run of the game will be Baquero, and the Bucs get on the board first, 1-0. Not ideal there. Came inside again to Lagness, and Thompson could not corral it. Going to go down as a Johnston. So 3-2 now on Luke Lagness. Here's the pitch. Just outside. And Will Johnson has walked his third batter of the game. He's going to turn things over to the 9-hitter in the order. It's David Christie. Christie listed as a pitcher. He can play in the field, and with the Bucs being pretty shorthanded right now, he's expected to do so. Christie from Louisiana Lafayette University. First pitch from Johnston, and did it hit him?
Doesn't look like it hit him, but
yeah, they're gonna call it a hit batter. Johnston can't believe it. It got by Thompson again and went to the backstop. And Tyler LeBrun's gonna come out and ask for an explanation here. Yeah, there was not the umpire held up his arms right away. Thompson didn't go chase it, but the runner never really moved. I don't know if the umpire said anything to Christie, but now Christie's aboard at first as the umpires are going to converse here on the infield. Yeah, I couldn't really tell. It seemed like Johnson was in complete shock that they gave him that base. It wouldn't be ideal, certainly. They've already given up a run this inning. Don't want to give up any further damage. Umpires still conversing. And by the looks of it, it looks like Christie's going to stay over at first, and that's going to go down as a hit batter. Tyler LeBrun conversing with 2 umpires right now.
And what looked like he was so close to being able to get out of this inning without any major damage being done. One pitch ruined that, and now he in position already.
Umpires asking for an explanation. Now he looks up, and he's going to walk away and make his point.
Probably best at that point in time. Only the top of this, or top of the second right now.
Yeah, no ejection for LeBron. He was pretty fired up over there. Now it's going to turn things back over to Ostrander, who walked in the first inning. Miners desperately needing out here just to keep it at 1-0. Johnston at the set. First pitch. Missed up and away. So Johnston continues to fall behind batters on the first pitch. 1-0 here to Garrett Ostrander. Lagnice on second. Christie over at first. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like a two-seam fastball. Got to swing and a miss. So it's 1-1 here on Ostrander. Ostrander doesn't have a ton of power, but a poke to the outfield certainly could score Lagnice.
You're good pitchers. You've already done some damage. You just got to be able to keep it to minimal, and he has a chance for an assist here.
Yeah, ball tapped right back to the mound on a couple of hops. Johnston up with it. He'll flip over to the first baseman, Sorelli, and that'll end the inning. So the Bucs get a leadoff walk and bring him around, in large part thanks to two wild pitches, but no more. Head to the bottom of the second. Miners right back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. They still haven't.
Just did it.
Welcome back in here to the bottom of the second inning. And leading off for the Miners will be Kevin Nakamura, who currently leads the ABL in both average and RBIs and is tied for the lead in home runs. Nakamura facing Ingracia as he misses away, ball one. Nakamura will be transferring to the Loyola Marymount next spring from Whitman College as here Ingracia misses away, 2-0, Nakamura way ahead.
And that transfer to Loyola means he's going to have two teammates on the opposing team, Diego Vaquero and Diego Barrera, who they faced in the first game of the season.
Here's the 2-0, and it misses way away again. And Gracia kind of looking up into the sky, kind of suggesting, what can I do to get a strike here as he missed away, and it's 3-0 on Nakamura.
Definitely not a situation where you need to be on a hitter. No one on bases at all.
Here's the 3-0, and it's a strike, 3-1 here on Nakamura. So here comes the 3-1 from Ingracia, and this one missed away again. Ingracia kicking the dirt in front of the mound. Nakamura here with a leadoff walk.
That will be his first walk of the game and brings up the other Miners catcher, this time actually playing catcher on the day, Sam Thompson, who also has a big bat. He seems to favor the line drive over the pop-up like the other catcher, Kevin Nakamura.
Yeah, Thompson hit that go-ahead 2-run double in the eighth on Saturday, although they were not able to pull out that victory against the Bucs. So Nakamura over on first, Thompson at the dish. Here's the first pitch, and it missed way away again, and Gracia struggling to command the fastball off the plate.
Always seems to be pulling a bit outside the batter's box there, and when you're going up and you're seeing this happening over and over again as Sam Thompson, you know there's probably not a reason to swing at that first pitch. Their first pitch efficiency with balls seems to be high on both sides. Cole
Carrick jogging out to the mound now to talk to Ingracia. Yeah, Ingracia just cannot command that pitch off the plate. Miners will take all the walks they can get because Lord knows they've given up as many as you can imagine over the first 2+ games. And Grassi at the set here checks over at Nakamura. Here's the pitch. And it missed up and away. 2-0 here on Sam Thompson. Bucs.
Carrick at least playing smart enough to be able to catch all these, and impressive knowing that he played right field and pitched yesterday for the Bucs. He's all over the field for them, and that helps when they're shorthanded as it seems that they are tonight.
Yes, certainly some versatility from him. Here's the pitch, and it missed away again. Snapped over to first. It gets away, and that's going to roll down the line. Nakamura around second. He's going to go into third. Here's the throw, and it's going to be cut off. Kevin Nakamura going first to third as the snap throw over to Carrick. You must have just jinxed him or something, said about his defensive ability, which he has been good, but that throw over to the first baseman, Skipworth, was wide. So Nakamura going first to third there on the snap throw error. Now a 3-0 count, nobody out, and a runner on third for the Miners. Cirelli would be next. Thompson into the dish, and this one's a strike over the middle of the plate. 3-1 here on Sam Thompson. And Gracia sets. Here it comes, and he missed it away again. And Gracia having major control problems here in the second. First and third with nobody out here for the Miners. He's going to bring the big bat of Nick Cirelli to the plate. Cirelli's been hitting everything hard lately. Against the Chinooks on Sunday, he hit a home run that went probably 50 feet over the fence down the right field line, just barely fair, and then just missed a home run to center field by about a foot. That would have been a home run here at Herman Brothers Field. First pitch to Cirelli is a strike over the middle, 0-1. Brought a California native. With a short lead at first, Nakamura off third. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. Came with the off speed, and Cirelli's way down now, 0-2. Ricky Nunez would be next for the Miners. Gracia at the set. The 0-2 in the dirt. Good take there by Cirelli, who thought about it but thought better of it. So now 1-2 on Nick Cirelli. Left-handed hitting first baseman. He's hit so many balls hard already. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Big first out there for JoJo and Gracia as he came with the off speed. Cirelli sent packing on strikes, and now it's going to bring up Ricky Nunez with.
Ricky only won it so far on the season still, coming from that first at-bat he had against the Bucs. Man, he would love to get another one here, especially with one run only 90 feet away. The tying run could really help them in these early innings.
So Nunez at the plate, first and third. Ball here. Nunez scores the bunt and pulls back. It's a called strike one. Looked pretty outside, but getting the benefit of the doubt on the call. So 0-1. And Nunez scored the bunt on almost a suicide squeeze type play. Held back. Gracia sets here. The 0-1. Low and in the dirt.
We saw him about to come around there and just stopped himself in his tracks. A smart move there by Ricky Nunez.
Missed with the break. 1. Count even here on Nunez. Pivotal pitch coming. Miners really need a run here. And Gracia sets the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. Here comes Nakamura to the plate. And he's safe. Scott under the tag. Looked like the throw beat him. Slides under the tag. And the Miners tie it here 1-1. Both teams scoring here in the second inning on pass balls. So the Miners get that run back, and we're all tied up. Carrick did a good job to stop that in the dirt as Nunez went after it, but it squirted away about halfway between the plate and the Miners dugout. Carrick made a good recovery, but Nakamura sliding under that tag.
How about Nakamura getting all the way around the bases, all at the expense of Cole Carrick?
So Ingracia now has Nunez 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it missed away. 2-2. And Ingracia's dropped the pitch count up this inning. Got to be nearing 20 total pitches on the inning, and he's yet to get the second out. Gracia sets to Nunez, the Mount San Jacinto product. Swing and a miss. Dropped by the catcher. Nunez going to run to first, but he's thrown out by Carrick. 2 away. So Nunez put away on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gracia, and now it's up to Kyle Landers to try to get the Miners the lead.
Landers proved he had a big bat in that last game. First hit going all the way to the third base on a big lucky bounce outfield. Man, he would love to get another rip like that.
Landers hitless on Saturday against the Bucs, 0 for 3, but did have a sac bunt. Landers left-handed hitting batter as he'll step out here, or Ingracia rather steps off the bump. And we'll reset. Simpson and left is shaded fairly deep on Landers. Christie more over towards right center right. Here's the first pitch, and it's a strike on the inside corner. Landers disagrees, 0-1.
3 in a row, but wouldn't be in time now for the Miners.
Here's the 0-1. In bat on a couple of hops back to the pitcher, and Gracia up with it. He'll go to the first baseman, Skipworth, and that'll end the inning as lumber is everywhere across the infield. Miners get a run thanks to a leadoff walk from Kevin Nakamura, a throwing error, and then a wild pitch. The Miners tie this game up here in the second. We'll head to the top of the third. Miners 1, Bucs 1. We'll be back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Hit fairly solid in the left center field. Ferreira coming on, and you make the diving grab.
Ferreira seemed to pick up a trick or two from watching Ricky Nunez take his own diving grab out in center field last time they played the Bucs. What a grab there.
It looked like Nunez had it the whole way, and then he kind of just conceded to Ferreira, who made the nice diving catch in the left center field gap. Wasn't hit all that hard or deep, but Ferreira coming in, making a nice play. And with Rocaforte's speed, if that ball drops, you got to think he could have had 2. Bring up the 3-hitter, Jake Skipworth.
First pitch far and on the inside. Almost had to make a bit of a dodge move to get out of the way.
Skipworth 1-0 in the count. Here's the pitch. Strike. Outside edge. 1-1. Yes, Skipworth back in the first, singled on a sharp grounder through the right side past the diving Kyle Landers. He was a part of that 6-3 double play to end the inning as that pitch misses in the dirt. 2-1. Sweeney on that double play, picking it up on a couple of hops up the middle, going to the bag himself at second and relaying it to Sorelli for the double play to end the inning. The 2-1. Swung on a couple hops. Sweeney backhands, throws the first in time, and Jared Sweeney's looked much more comfortable than he did on Saturday at shortstop. 2 away.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, last time they were here playing the Bucs, 3 errors at the shortstop position. Today, his footwork looks a lot better. His throws look a lot stronger. The chemistry overall just looks a lot better for the Miners defense.
Yeah, as long as they can get okay production for Sweeney at short now, you got to think that he won't be playing there too much once other arrivals come in. Sweeney, a natural third baseman and corner outfielder, will likely to be seeing more time there. Johnson misses there with the first pitch. 1-0 here. 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it missed away. 2-0. It will remain to be seen who's out of the Miners bullpen first today, but with the 2 new acquisitions coming from Texas A&M as well as Will Johnston, the 2 new guys in the bullpen will be Alex Magers and Wyatt Tucker. Tucker's likely to see more starting experience. Magers more likely out of the pen. So it's ran 3-0 here on Cole Carrig. Johnston winds, fires, and missed low and in. So his 4th walk of the game. Can't keep this inning clean as the Bucs continued to baffle skipper Tyler LeBrun, who was kind of blunt in saying, I don't know what's really happening there.
I mean, it's very tough right now, and the ratios are definitely not favorable. So far on the game, strikeouts to walks.
For second as Johnson goes over to first with the. Oh man, Sorelli put it in the glove of Sweeney, who tagged the runner, but it bounced out of his mitt, and the runner at second, or runner going into second, is going to be safe. Unfortunate break for the Miners there. Sorelli caught it, took off on the pickoff throw towards second. Sweeney fielded it cleanly, put the tag down, but it couldn't stay in his mitt. 2 away, but a runner on second. Here's the pitch to Baquero. Outside corner, strike 1. Baquero shaking his head. It seems a lot of hitters have had a problem with the home plate umpire's strike zone today. Definitely not a tiny zone. He's given a good portion off the in and outside edges. Here's the 0-1. Up, 1-1.
And every home plate ump is always going to have their own established zone. After a while, you're just going to have to learn to live with it. And if you see it going outside, you can't go off your regular black ideals. You're going to have to understand what's going to be called.
So now Johnston setting here on the 1-1. Runner at second, Carrig with a good leadoff. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit high in the air. Rother coming on in right. Will it fall? Yes, it will. Up with it is Rother, but coming all the way around to score is Cole Carrig, and there's a bloop RBI single for Diego Baquero. Bucs back out in front, 2-1. Ball was hit into a Bermuda Triangle of sorts out into shallow right field. Landers going to the left. Sorelli backing up. Rother coming on hard, but it fell in between all of them. So Carrig with plenty of speed off second, off able to come around easy without a throw. So 2-1 here, Bucs. Xavier Pinales in as he lines this one into left center field. That's going to drop. Nunez up with it. Holding at second is Baquero, and the Bucs continue to threaten. First pitch single there for Xavier Pinales.
Man, and we went from a 2-out inning, no one on, to a score, and now a man back in scoring position. This has not been the end of the inning that Will Johnston wants to see.
And J.R. Dwyer is going to emerge now out of the Miners dugout to go talk to Will Johnston.
Got to really talk him down at this point. You get into a bit of a groove. He probably thought he was going to be clean. Got a bit too comfortable out on the mound. Now that they're getting hits off him, he needs to calm back down, collect himself, and just start hitting that zone again.
It started off so innocently. 2 quick outs, and then a walk to Cole Carrig. Then a pickoff throw to first, and with the runner running to second, Sorelli threw it to Sweeney, but he couldn't hold it, which put a runner in scoring position with 2 outs at second, and then that bloop single to Diego Baquero before Pinales roped a liner into left center for a single. So the Bucs still threatening now as the 7-hitter coming to the plate in the form of Shane Simpson. Simpson in, swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch in the dirt, 0-1. Johnson really needs to find a way out of this inning. Keep it at just 2-1.
Simpson was the same hitter that Johnson fell behind 3-0 and got back to a full count before grounding out. Maybe they seem to pick up something on him.
As there's a nasty breaking ball. Looked like a 12-6 curve and a bit of a sword-type swing there for Shane Simpson. 0-2 on him now. Johnson coming with 2 breaking balls and getting 2 wild swings and misses. Way ahead now. 0-2. Here it comes. Outside corner called. Strike 3. Will Johnston bears down and gets out number 3 here and will keep the game tied keep the score at 2-1. Bucs get a run. RBI single from Diego Baquero, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Welcome back here in the bottom of the 3rd. Josh rounded out on the first pitch of the game to the second baseman Ostrander. First pitch here, low, ball 1. Only one other game going on in the ABL. It is the Anchorage Glacier Pilots and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. The Glacier Pilots lead 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd as Morozek swings and pops this one up. Shallow left field. Pinales going out, tracking it in the air. He's under it. 1 away. A couple steps out into left center there. 1 out. Jared Sweeney to the plate. Bucs coming into this game 1-2. Miners 0-2, still looking for their first win. Jared Sweeney into the plate. First pitch from Ingracia off the outside edge, ball 1. Sweeney on the year at Lehigh had 4 home runs. Career high, slugged .452 as he watches ball 2 there, 2-0. Slash 267, 390, 452 this spring as Ingracia again missing off the edge. This has been a reoccurring problem for him. Sweeney would love nothing more than a 1-out walk here.
And it always seems to be in the same zone, that low and away. He really just seems to lose control whenever he hits that fastball.
So Gracia now down 3-0 in the count and gets one over at the knees. Strike one. Sweeney down ahead 3-1. Rother would be next. Here's the pitch. Off the outside edge again, and Sweeney with a 1-out walk. Another good turnout here at Herman Brothers Field. Not quite the capacity at opening day, but still plenty of fans out here tonight, hoping to see the first win of the year for the Miners. Casey Rother coming to the plate now. Rother stung over the center fielder Rocaforte's head back in the first.
So far, that's the only hit in the game for the Miners. Everyone else has gotten on by walks. 3 in the game for that, but Rother looking to get another 2 for 2 here.
Rother would certainly take another double as he fouls this one off 0-1. No action yet in the Bucs bullpen, and Gracia's been okay, but certainly throwing a lot of pitches. You got to think he's not going to pitch all that deep into this game. 0-1 on Rother as he pitcher, and Gracia checks back over on Sweeney at first. So Rother, right-handed hitter, old-fashioned guy, no batting gloves. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, fouled off deep down the right field line. It's going to clear the stands, foul. So Rother down 0-2.
You can tell Rother's old-fashioned style just from the haircut alone, the mullet hanging out of the back of that helmet. Adds some intimidation points to that batting stance.
And Gracia, 0-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss to Rother. And now there's 2 away. Mike Ferreira coming to the plate. Ferreira got ahead in it 2-0, but grounded out to the shortstop, Pinales. Ferreira made a diving catch at the top of the third. Looking to maybe get something going with the bat. 0 for 10 start to the year. First pitch from Gracia, swung on and hit high in the air to right field. Camped under it is the right fielder, Christie, backing up now, and he'll make the catch. And that'll retire the side. Miners get a 1-out walk, but cannot bring him around. We will head to the 4th inning. The Miners trail here 2-1 at Herman Brothers Field. We'll be back here on YouTube. Welcome back here as we begin the top of the 4th as will step to the plate. It'll be Lagnus and then David Christie, the right fielder, and then the second baseman, Garrett Ostrander. First pitch to Lagnus is popped up into foul ground. So long run still on the move, and he won't get there.
Love the hustle from the big man, though. He was going to make sure he gave it everything he had.
Yeah, he made a long run there. About 10 feet away from him, it landed. So Johnson ahead 0-1. Yeah, still no activity in the Miners bullpen. They could use some innings today out of Johnston, no doubt.
They've definitely relied a lot on their bullpen so far with all the walks that they've given up. This is another one popped up. This one's
Yes, here's a pop-up, shallow right coming on Rother, going out Landers, and it's going to fall harmlessly, and Landers is down. Another slow pop-up into the outfield, and Landers going out, landed hard. He's up to his feet now, hopefully just a stinger.
seems like a real lack of communication between those out in the field. Both Rother and Landers definitely thought they were the one that were going to have it. Almost caused a Lucky Landers is okay, walking back to the second base position.
Yeah, it appears Landers will be okay.
If he were to go down, there's only one position player they could turn to, and that's Waylon Payne. Hasn't seen a game yet.
Here's the first pitch to the 9-hitter. David Christie popped up on the infield. Morozek converging, sliding, and makes the catch. He called off Will Johnson. Morozek had to come a long way for that, but he'll make the catch. One pitch, one out. David Christie retired. They'll send it back to the top of the order. Garrett Ostrander coming to the plate. Ostrander's walked and grounded out.
Right when I said they needed more communication, you could hear Morozek scream at Johnson, I got this one. They didn't want any more scares like they had in the outfield just now.
So Ostrander to the plate, 0 for 1. He's got a ton of speed. It would be tough to turn to. Middle infield double play depth. Here's the pitch. Inside with a breaking ball. Looked like a slider. 1-0.
Bit more of a chilly day than our opening day so far. Clouds are a bit overhanging, not as sunny, but still you have the loyal fans showing out for the Miners.
Yeah, it was about low 60s pretty much all day today here in the Valley. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. So Johnson evens it up at 1-1 on the outside edge. Modest lead off first base for the runner Lagnus. Johnson sets, fires, breaking ball, swung on and popped back out of play down the right field line. So now Johnson ahead 1-2 in the count.
Lagnus almost seems like he wants to be playing mind games with Johnson on the mound, hopping back and forth away and towards first base. But Johnson just focused on the man in front of him.
Rocaforte would be next for the Bucs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Went to the off speed in the dirt. Chasing at it is Ostrander. Johnston picks up the strikeout. Johnston's third strikeout of the game. And Carson Rocaforte kicking rather in the first and flew out to left in the third. Here's the pitch. Strike outside. Like a change up there, 0-1. And Johnson's been able to throw his break sign.
When you're able to have your put away pitches as sharp as they are with their positioning, that's the most dangerous thing for you. If you can get that fastball to be consistent, he's going to have a great day.
Now here's a check swing on that 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and it looked like Rocaforte went around. He did, 0-2. Grown from the Bucs dugout. But now Will Johnson way ahead, 0-2.
He would love to get another strike.
To the inning to navigate around a base hit. So Johnston with a clean fourth will head to the bottom of the fourth. Miners trail 2-1. We'll be right back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Back in here to Herman Brothers Field as the Miners bottom of the fourth. It'll be Kevin Nakamura, Sam Thompson, and Nick Sorelli due up in the order for the Miners. First pitch here from JoJo and Gracia is in the dirt, ball one. Gracia coming with that off speed there. And Gracia's thrown a ton of pitches through 3 innings. This is the Bucs' 4th game in a row. So you got to think that they'd like some innings today out in Gracia as there's a breaking ball for strike one. 1-1 on Kevin Nakamura.
Anytime that you have your utility players like Carrot on the mound, even for a single inning, gave up a run. What a shot.
As here's a ball hit off the glove of the pitcher, and Gracia throw to first. Got him! Oh, what a play. Xavier Pinales coming on to make a nice play as that ball was deflected off the glove of Ingracia. Would have been an easy base hit on a hard hit ball by Nakamura, but he'll go back to the dugout on the ground out.
Man, the fans were not expecting that one. You could hear the groan when he got to first. You would have thought when he stopped all the momentum with his glove that he would have got there, but like you said, an incredible throw barehanded from Pinales.
Xavier Pinales coming on to make a big-time play, and 1 away now for Sam Thompson as first pitch on the outside edge, strike one.
Thompson was left on base in his only appearance so far back in the second inning as well.
Thompson walked in that second inning. Now here's the pitch, and it's low. Called a strike. Thompson really does not like it. Thompson down 0-2. He didn't like either one of those calls. That one looked pretty low. But still 0-2 now on Sammy Thompson. Here's the pitch. This one's actually in the dirt. 1-2. Sorelli in the on-deck circle in the hole is Ricky Nunez.
Sorelli, one of those batters that doesn't really need anybody in front of him to get a score in, as he showed in that last game.
Here's the pitch, swung on a line hard, but right at Pinales. 2 away. Thompson got a nice barrel on that, but Pinales standing right at the regular shortstop spot, got it hit right at him, and now there's 2 away for Nick Sorelli. Sorelli struck out swinging on a breaking ball with first and third, nobody out, back in the second.
Man, could they use a big swing from here right now.
Sorelli at the dish as stepping off the mound now is the pitcher Ingracia. Now Ingracia winds, fires, and it is a ball off the outside edge. 1-0. 2 away for the Miners here in the fourth. The Bucs have spent 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. For the Miners, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Here's the pitch, swung on and tapped foul. 1-1 here on Nick Sorelli. The Miners would like to thank one of their sponsors, the Napa Auto Parts of Alaska. Jim Ruda is the owner. Also, a Miners jersey giveaway. Go to your locally owned and operated Napa store to enter and win. As Sorelli pops this one into foul ground here on a 1-1 pitch, ranging over is a third baseman Baquero towards the Bucs dugout. He'll squeeze it, and that's the inning. Miners go 1-2-3 here in the fourth. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Will Johnston back out on the mound. 2-1 Bucs here at Herman Brothers Field. Jake Skipworth into the box as we start the top of the fifth as the first pitch from Will Johnston is ball one. Johnston back out for his fifth inning of work. Struck out 2 in the fourth as here's a breaking ball. Looked like a slider. Strike 1. 1-1 here on Jake Skipworth. 3-4-5 in the order. It's going to be Skipworth, Carrick, Baquero. Here's the pitch. Misses way low and in, and it looked like it got the batter on the foot. Jake Skipworth going to first. Hit by pitch here to lead off the fifth. The second hit batter of the game for Johnston. Now it's going to bring up Cole Carrick.
Yeah, there was some question about the first hit by pitch, but I don't think you can really debate that one.
Came right in and got him. No argument from either Thompson or Johnston. So now a runner on here for Cole Carrick. Miners really need to keep it just 2-1. Johnston yet to have a clean inning. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the left side. Past the diving Morozic and then off Sweeney's glove. Looked like it hit his glove and then hit him in the face. On the ground on a soft ground ball on the left side. And there's a hit for Cole Carrick, and the Bucs immediately threatening here in the fifth.
Nice effort there by Morozic to at least get down and dirty, but just wasn't there in time and just slipped right past it. But yeah, that shot you said right off of Sweeney's glove hit him right in the face.
Now it looks like the trainer might be going out to look at Sweeney. Sweeney, it looked like the ball hit him straight in the face off his glove.
Yeah,
motioning at his faces. Now we're gonna have a little bit of stirring in the Miners bullpen. Looks like a right-hander's down there moving around.
And that was quite a quick checkup. Sweeney probably told him, "I'm fine." Just made a bit of an error on myself. But as long as no bleeding, no head trauma, anything like that, they could really use keeping him out there.
Morozic was playing pretty in and near the line. That ball was not hit hard by any means, but it was hit kind of towards where the third baseman normally stands, and Morozic on the dive just couldn't field it. Would have at least been able to get one out there. But now, Diego Baquero with 2 on and nobody out as the Bucs threaten here in the fifth. Johnston sets. Here's the pitch. Baquero squares the bunt, doesn't get it. Strike 1. Looked like he just missed that one.
Boy, are the Miners used to bunting after last game. Plenty have seen those in the Chugiak game, especially one where they square up 5 times with Leo Harris. They are tired of seeing the bunt.
So Johnston ahead 0-1. Baquero squaring right away as he's in the set. Here's the pitch. Bunted down the third baseline. Nice bunt. Morozic to field. Bobbles, throws the first wide, and what a stretch by Kyle Landers. Oh, baby. Kyle Landers having to stretch way to make that play. So they will get down. Baquero wasn't running hard at all up the line. Wow, that was a nice bump by Baquero. Morozic on the field, threw it, but wide, but Kyle Landers covering first makes the play. So the Miners at least getting out. Now it's second and third with 1 out. Xavier Pinales at the plate. Pinales flew to left and singled in his first 2 at-bats as Johnston misses away here. Still some movement down in that Miners pen. Johnston trying to work out a damage here. Infield in here. Outfield also slightly in on Pinales. Runner on third, Skipworth's a bigger dude. Doesn't have a ton of speed. We'll see if he can score on a grounder as here's a pitch blocked in the dirt by Thompson. Nice play, jutting back out in front of the mound. Skipworth staying over at third. So now 3-1 here to Xavier Pinales. Rather 2-0 to Xavier Pinales. Scoreboard, bit of a malfunction there. Yeah, 2-0 on Xavier Pinales. Johnson sets the 2-0. Swung on, pops straight up in the air. Foul ground. Sorelli long run charging over there, and it's just out of play. Just over the Miner dugout. That would have been a big out. Number 2 with no advancement. Not to be. Johnson does get a strike, and it's 2-1 on Pinales. Next in the order for the Bucs would be Shane Simpson. Simpson 0 for 2 on the day. Miners would love an out here with no advancement so they can put the infield normal def for Simpson. And he started with the hit by pitch and then a weak single through the left side. Here's the 2-1. Up high, 3-1. There is an open base over at first. On a 3-1 pitch here, if you're Johnston, you don't want to leave something center cut.
One less out means one man closer to Lagnus, though.
As now we're going to have an intentional walk. The Miners dugout signaling over to the field to call for the intentional walk, a new rule instituted in Major League Baseball a couple of years ago. So you don't have to actually throw those pitches out of the zone. So the Miners intentionally walk Pinellas on a 3-1 count. And J.R. Dwyer backed out to the mound to have a conference with Johnston. And now there's some actual throwing in the Miners bullpen. It's like Wyatt Tucker, a new acquisition, another Texas A&M guy, is down in that pen throwing. Tucker, a right-hander. So it remains to be seen how long they stick with Johnson. A long meeting out of the mound. Now the umpire going out there to break up the conference. Dwyer heading back to the dugout. Miners are going to stick with Johnston here. So Wyatt Tucker, a freshman from Douglas, Texas, down in that bullpen throwing.
Miners making use of their new goods immediately the day or so after they get into town, and they're going to need them with the situation they're getting themselves into.
So bases loaded now. 1 out. Shane Simpson at the plate. Simpson has grounded to short and struck out. They would certainly take a ground ball to short right now. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. Morozek over at third is a couple of steps on the grass. Middle infield, playing for that double play. Sorelli on the lip of the grass at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. He went around. 0-2. That was that 12-6 curveball. Great movement on it. Johnston way ahead now. Will love a strikeout here. Johnston sets. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Came with the slider. Will Johnston puts away Shane Simpson on 3 pitches right after the meeting with J.R. Dwyer. So now the Miners can set the infield back now with 2 away. It's going to be Luke Lagnus. So it'd be huge, huge for Will Johnston to navigate around this damage.
It would be huge, but they are facing the one man in the Bucs lineup that they have yet to even get out today.
As Lagnus swings first pitch, it's popped into shallow right field. Long run for Rother coming on, and it drops. Fair ball. 2 runs are going to score. Coming around Pinellas, the 3rd run will score. Casey Rother lunging, and he missed the ball. Oh, man. 3 runs are going to score. It'll see what that'll be scored, but it's now 5-1 Bucs. Absolutely deflating right there. Johnson got the pop-up he wanted, and nobody could get it. And Dwyer back out to the mound, and it looks like Wyatt Tucker is going to be entering in from the bullpen. And that indeed is going to be the end of the day for Will Johnston, who did all he could to navigate around the trouble. But he'll exit after 4 2/3. Miners trail 5-1. Wyatt Tucker coming into the game. We'll take a break here as Tucker warms up, and we'll be right back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Wyatt Tucker into the game here for the Miners as they now trail 5-1 here in the fifth. First pitch from Tucker in the dirt ball. Right-hander from Douglas, Texas A&M University. As he faces the 9-hitter, the right fielder for the Bucs, David Christie. Here's the pitch, swung on and ripped into left field. That's a base hit on the ground. Runner at third is going to hold up as David Christie, the pitcher, playing right field today, singles through the left side. Bucs still threatening here, first and third, 2 away. So send things back to the top of the order. Garrett Ostrander coming up for his fourth at bat already. Ostrander struck out his last time swinging. Walked in the first, grounded out to Will Johnston in the second, and then in the fourth struck out swinging.
This will be the 8th batter of this inning for the Bucs. They are just hoping to get out of this without any more damage.
Without anything really that hard hit. Here's a little bouncer in front of the mound. Up with it is Tucker. Throw to first. Not in time. Coming in to score is Lagness, and it's 6-1. Will Johnson will be charged with that 6th run. I mean, the Bucs are not hitting anything hard this inning, but they're just scoring runs. Putting in the right places. 6-1 Anchorage. Nothing you can do there. Ostrander's got great speed and hit it between the third baseman and the pitcher and used that speed as now missing away is Tucker 1-0. This has been a big inning for the Bucs. It's kind of building up that way. You got to say it was definitely foreshadowed a bit. Bucs have had guys on in every single inning. And this inning, putting enough on and getting a couple of blue pits. Here's the pitch. Strike outside corner, 1-1. So Tucker trying to just keep it at 6-1 now. And the game not completely out of reach, but the Bucs definitely breaking it open a bit here in the fifth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Roccaforte off that outside edge. Swinging, and it's 1-2.
Roccaforte already has 2 Ks next to his name already. One swinging, one looking. Man, could the Miners use a third next to that name right now?
At the set. The 1-2. Just missed. Off the outside edge. Thompson framing it. Didn't get the call. 2-2. Miners just really want to get off the field at this point. It's the 9th batter of the inning. Tucker checks the runner at second. Fires. Breaking ball just missed off the edge again. 3-2. So the runners are going to be moving here on a 3-2 pitch with 2 away. A single is definitely going to score the runner at second. Here's the 3-2. Just missed again with another breaking ball. Tucker falls behind and loses him, and now it's bases loaded again with 2 away. Here's a ground ball back to the mound. Off Tucker, picks it up, flips to first in time on the first pitch swinging from Jake Skipworth. So the Bucs strike for 4 runs here as they bat around in the fifth. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. The Miners trail 6-1 here. We'll be back on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. to Herman Brothers Field as Ricky Nunez will lead it off here. The fifth, Miners trying to get some offense, down 5 runs. It'll be Nunez, Landers, Morozek. So Nunez into the plate to lead things off here. Center fielder into the box. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Back out for another inning of work is Ingracia. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike. A bit outside. Call the strike, 1-1. Looks like Nate Beimel started to throw down in the Miners bullpen. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt, 1-2. Nunez chasing after that one. Nunez here on a 1-2 count. Bucs trying to go back to 500 on the year. They're 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Nunez retired on strikes for the second time today, and now it's going to be Kyle Landers. Landers coming to the dish. He grounded out his first time. First time he actually shattered his bat. Several pieces to end the second inning. Here's the first pitch to him, and it misses away, ball 1. Miners just trying to find some type of base runner. Chip away at the lead a bit. They have just 1 hit on the day. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. Landers evened up in the count now. 1-1. Kyle Landers played all over the diamond this spring at New Mexico. Landers hit .262 with a .392 on base and .417 slugging as he watches ball 2 in the dirt. Landers, a junior college transfer from Navarro College. And he hit .417 actually in 15 games before the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Here's the 2-1. Check swing went around as it goes to the backstop. 2-2. Morozek would be next. Landers, a redshirt junior, standing at 5'10", 175 pounds. Flower Mound, Texas native. Winding, Ingracia firing in the dirt inside. 3-2 on Kyle Landers. Morozek on deck. Morozek grounded to second and popped out to the shortstop. Here's the 3-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the 5th for Ingracia as he continues to roll.
Definitely not the inning of response that the Miners wanted to have after giving up such a big 4-run inning. They could have used any kind of bats. It's going to come down to Josh Morozek to get it started.
So Morozek into the box. Left-handed batter on left-handed pitcher. First pitch in the dirt. Skips back to the screen. 1-0. Morozek grounded out to the second baseman on the first pitch of this game. Then struck out. Now he's back in for his third try. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Came a little off speed there. Counts even at 1-1. Morozek, a utility guy, but more of an outfielder. Manager Tyler LeBrun has said when he gets some of these guys coming in, they're still playing in their college season. Outfield. So Morozek watches. Strike 2. It'll be 1-2 on Josh Morozek.
Morozek definitely has the fielding abilities. You've seen his speed and his sliding skill. Maybe could have used him out there in right field just last inning, but that one.
As there, he's going to watch check swing rather, at strike 3 in the dirt zone. Gracia strikes up the side here in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th. Miners trail 6-1. We'll be back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. As we have a new pitcher on for the Miners in the sixth, it is Nate Beimel. Beimel, hailing from Columbia University, did not get to pitch at all this spring as the Ivy League, which is the league Columbia is in, canceled their season due to the coronavirus pandemic. So Beimel, who saw action on Sunday against the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks, pitched an inning. Didn't pitch bad by any means, but got tagged with an earned run as the sun was glaring on center fielder Ricky Nunez and he couldn't find the ball. So first pitch here from Beimel, the left-hander, ball one in the dirt.
Yeah, and for not pitching in over 2 years, Beimel looks pretty solid. Even got a strikeout in that inning. And if it weren't for the sun interference, likely could have gotten that without any runs.
Beimel from St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, sophomore, standing 6. Gets that fastball up to 91 miles an hour, so as a curveball, slider, and changeup. Here is the pitch. It swung on and popped up out of play. 1-2 here on Cole Carrig. Carrig on the day, grounded into a double play in the first. He walked and scored in the third and singled and scored in the fifth. Fourth at-bat of the day for him. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up foul out of play. Carrig batting from the right-handed side, the switch hitter from San Diego State. 270 batter this year at SDSU. 2 homers, 21 RBIs. Beimel winds 1-2. Upstairs 2-2.
Beimel, he likes to play more of that north-south ball whenever he's pitching. That changeup really affects that. But he got his one strikeout the other day on the inside pitch fastball.
As here's the 2-2, and it's lined in the left field on a hop to Ferreira. Base hit for Cole Carrig. Third time on base today. Give him a 2-for-3 line with a walk. So now that's going to bring up the 5-hitter Diego Baquero. Baquero walked in the second. He singled in the third and had a sacrifice bunt in that big fifth inning. And it was a big one. 4 runs coming across the plate for the Bucs. 3 of them on a bloop single down the right field line as Beimel will check the runner over at first back safely. Baquero up. On deck is Pinales. Simpson in the hole. Right-handed batting. Diego Baquero from Loyola Marymount. Here's the pitch. Misses way up. Corralled by Sam Thompson. Ball 2.
Great grab by Thompson. He definitely seems to be the more defensively prowess of the 2 catchers that they have so far that showcase, but his arm is what really impressed us the first time around. Hasn't had a chance to really get a pick off yet.
Beimel winds. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit way up in the air into foul ground, and that's going to get out of play.
The Bucs just seem confident all across the board. When you start hitting like this, your entire lineup seems to see the ball better. Even the change in pitchers doesn't seem to affect that.
They may be shorthanded. They may be playing their 4th game in 4 days, but they've came out and hit. They found holes in the defense, although they haven't really had that many hard-hit balls, and utilized walks as well. Beimel in a 1-1 count. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Over the screen, actually. 1-2.
Barely able to get underneath that one to send it backwards. Beimel now. Chance for his 2nd strikeout of the season, and he would really love to start getting it together and help his team rally back.
Baquero attends Loyola Marymount and is also a California native, Mission Hills, California. Beimel checks the runner over at first back safely. Still 1-2. Mission Hills, California. Right-handed batter, right-handed thrower. 6'2", 205 pounds. Where's number 30 for the Bucs? Beimel sets. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back over the screen. Off the building behind the screen. 1-2. Off the press box right here. Made a nice loud thud. Yeah.
Just like Santa stepping on the roof.
Yeah, we're protected by the net, thankfully, up here. But Baquero, after that foul ball, back in 1-2. Ricky Nunez actually interestingly shaded a little bit towards right center against the right hand hitting Baquero. Runners on the move here, and a grounder bouncing over the glove of Morozek into left field. Coming around second, heading to third. Now running all the way home on an error from the left fielder is the runner Cole Carrick. He'll score 7-1 Bucs. That was a terrible defensive miscue for the Miners. That'll likely be 2 errors on one play. Morozek at third did get a bad hop over there, but he missed it. Carrick, who was running on the pitch, never slowed down around second, got into third, and Mike Ferreira, going to field the ball on left, could not field it cleanly, and coming all the way around is Cole Carrick. That's going to go as a single and an error, I would assume, for Diego Baquero, and it's 7-1 Bucs. Still nobody out here in the sixth. Beimel checks the runner, sets, fires, misses low, ball one. Beimel hasn't been able to catch a break with fielding miscues.
Not at all. And this time just seemed lined up right in the row. Ferreira and Morozek had a tough time corralling it. Not necessarily his fault, but just leaving the ball behind Ferreira, giving up another run. Only in the top of the sixth, 7 runs already for the Bucs, tying their total that they had the first time these two teams met.
So the Miners trying to just limit as much damage as you can in this inning as Beimel winds on the 1-0 and fires and missed low 2-1, or 2-0 rather. Xavier Pinales, switch hitter. Like I said earlier, from Wabash College, 5'9", 165. Here's the pitch, and it's tap foul. Pinales hails from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, land of the cheese.
Cheese and cheese heads.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers country up there. Pinales still ahead slightly, 2-1 here, as Nate Beimel still on the mound. No activity in the Miners bullpen. There's a couple guys now sitting in the Bucs bullpen, but nobody throwing. Beimel sets, here it comes. Just missed. Beimel wanted it, didn't get it, 3-1.
Seemed like Pinales was ready to go around, but just wouldn't finish it off. And last time he was in a situation, he got intentionally walked, but no reason to do that here. Just attack him with your hottest stuff.
Here comes the 3-1, and it missed up and in. So Beimel surrenders the walk. And first and second, still no one out here in the sixth. Bucs threatening for more as J.R. Dwyer out of the dugout, now going back into the dugout. Looked like he was going to go have a conference with Beimel. Apparently not. Shane Simpson, left-handed batter, into the box now.
This is the one hitter that I think any of the Miners pitchers want to see right now. 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts.
He struck out looking once and swinging once. Also grounded out to short.
Solid heat there to the lower left corner for Beimel. Able to get him looking. Now he's ahead.
If you're the Miners, you're going to take a ground ball to short right now. Hopefully you can turn a double play out of it. Simpson into the box. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2. Breaking ball there from Beimel. Looked like a curve. 0-2. Shane Simpson from Lake Forest, California. Another Cal Baptist guy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Beimel came with the fastball right over the middle and blew it by Simpson. His third strikeout today.
Man, he could have used that for a turn of momentum. Hopefully that can get Beimel going, because a 1-2-3 at-bat strikeout is exactly what he needs to turn around the momentum after letting the first 3 get on without a single out.
Beimel from the stretch here pours it over for strike 1 as it's Luke Lagnus at the plate. The one guy they have not been able to get out today. Lagnus' last at-bat hit that blooper down the right field line that dropped somehow in the middle of the 3 defenders. Miners couldn't get an out on it. 3 runs scored as Beimel turns and checks back at second.
making sure he stays a bit modest there before thinking about going to third. You know that his teammates are well aware of his batting line on the day, and they are thinking he's going to get another one down.
Beimel heading the count 0-1 here. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He went around 0-2. Beimel coming with that fastball. He's certainly not afraid to throw it over the middle of the plate.
No, and now he's pitching with confidence. The last 5 throws have all been strikes. He's hoping to make it 6 with this next one.
St. Mary's, Pennsylvania native trying to put away Luke Lagnis for the first time. Here's the pitch. Thought about it. Didn't go around in the dirt. Ball 1. Luke Lagnis. Catcher hailing. Well, rather, he's in the DH spot today, actually. Hailing from Anchorage. Local product, Grinnell College. Here's the pitch. Just missed. Beimel can't believe his hat came flying off on the pitch as well.
You could see the disbelief on Beimel's face with that last one. He was thinking that one should have been a clean strikeout looking, but he can get him with this next one. It's going to be a lot harder. Can't get frustrated by an off call.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Beimel from the stretch. Swing and a miss.
Ring him up, Nate Beimel. Send him back. That's 2 straight swinging.
Beimel looked like he maybe took a bit off that. Might have been a changeup possibly. 2 straight strikeouts, and now there's 2 away for the 9-hitter in the lineup, David Christie. Christie got a single his last at-bat. Listed as a pitcher. Bucs are majorly shorthanded on position players right now, drawing the start today as Christie fouls that pitch off. Christie goes to Louisiana Lafayette. He also hails from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Bit of a mix around there.
Yeah, as a freshman this year, he pitched in a bit of a swingman role, started some games, relieved some games. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Also on David Christie, won a high school football state title his senior year of high school. I thought that was kind of interesting. Louisiana, a big high school football state, college football state rather too. LSU reigning supreme there.
Not surprising to see him so versatile across the field. Athletes like that, you don't waste their abilities on just one spot.
As Beimel misses here to Christie, it's going to be 1-2. This inning, if Beimel can retire Christie here, he'll avert a lot more damage than something that could have happened.
And the one run that does happen on Beimel, on an earned one, especially not with the 2 errors or 1, depending on how you score it on the left side. But he has been excellent at the bottom half of this, and he's just hoping to get out of this with this next pitch.
He goes 2-2 on Lagnis. Or Christie, rather. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled way out of play. 2-2 on David Christie.
He's going to battle. He doesn't want to be the third one caught up swinging for Beimel, but you know he has a bit of air of confidence, just trying to get his placement down.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nate Beimel took something off that too. So Beimel, after allowing that unearned run, comes back and strikes out 3 straight swinging to retire the side. Bucs back on a run. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Your Miners trail 7-1. We'll be back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Miners with 2, 3, 4 due up in the order here for strike one against Ingracia.
Gracia going pretty deep in this game. You couldn't have asked for much more out of your starting pitcher if you're the Bucs.
Bucks finally with a bit of activity in the pen as here's the pitch, and it missed low, 1-1. Looks like a right-hander down there throwing in the Bucks bullpen. Here comes the 1-1 to Sweeney. Swung on and tapped up the first baseline. That's going to go foul. Sweeney behind. In the count here, 0-2, or 1-2 rather. Sweeney on the day, grounded out to second in the first and walked in the third.
It looks like the one in the bullpen is Kalina Sauer, a Hawaii native actually, and one of the freshmen from San Diego State as well, joining Gracia.
Here's the pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Sweeney gave himself up, 1 out. It's 4 straight strikeouts here for Joseph Ingracia as he's really calmed down, especially with this command. He was missing all over the place outside earlier, but now he's really bared down.
For swinging at that, he is really just all over these batters. They need one hit to really break the streak if you're the Miners.
Casey Rother to the plate. Rother in as the wind picks up a little bit here at Herman Brothers Field. Strike one on the fastball, 0-1. Rother doubled in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Here's the pitch, swung on and golfed up into the air. Shallow center, coming on for it, a long run, and it's going to drop out there. My goodness, Rother motoring around first, heading into second, he's in there. That's going to go down as a double. Carson Rocaforte did not read that well off the bat. He finally converged on it along with the second baseman Ostrader, and they just looked at each other as that ball dropped in between them. They were right there, and just nobody made a move on the ball. It's going to go down as the second double a game for Casey Rother, and the Miners finally with maybe a little bit of life out there.
And it's not like there's a lot of wind. If you can see the flag out in center field, it is laying there dead, but everybody just seems to be converging. It looked initially like Canales was going to go for it, but Rocaforte just couldn't get there in time, and catching a break are the Miners.
So Gracia with this first little blemish, and for all the bloop hits the Bucs have had today, it's about time the Miners got one. Bring up Mike Ferreira to the plate. First pitch misses up. Miners just trying to look for a run or two, maybe give them a little bit of life as we have 3 more innings to play after the 6th. Ferreira on the year at Westchester hit .403, .522 on base percentage, .980 slugging. Swings here, hits on a hop slowly to Ostrander, who's up with it, throws to first in time. Ferreira retired. Rother moving over to third. And now Kevin Nakamura, who scored the only run of the game for the Miners back in the second, will come to the plate.
And he's known more for his RBIs, and man, could the Miners use one right here. He seems to have a special spot on the field he favors for his pop, and that's right behind the shortstop in between him and the left fielder. Nakamura would take anything outside the kitchen or through the infield.
Nakamura into the box. First pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Cole Carrick. Nakamura this year at Whitman College hit .293. 9 home runs on the year with 8 doubles and a triple in 39 games. He was off to a really hot start as well in 2020, hitting .340, 3 homers, 13 RBIs before the COVID-19 pandemic. Nakamura ahead here, or rather, now evened up here at 1-1.
He took a heavy swing at that one, like he was trying to do it all by himself.
Nakamura here with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Gracia ahead of him here, 1-2 with 2 away. This would be 6 strong innings for Joseph Ingracia, the San Diego State product. The Bucs needed him today to throw some innings. Their 4th straight game and their bullpen being used a lot as Nakamura check swings, fouls it off into the Miners dugout there. Stay 1-2. Gracia will have gone 6 innings in today's game.
And not common that you would see Kevin Nakamura strike out in any means. He is usually someone that has a great eye on the plate.
7 strikeouts for Gracia so far. 1-2. Here it comes. In the dirt. Nice block again by Carrick. Let's stay at 2-2. The Miners scored their only run on the feet of Kevin Nakamura on a wild pitch earlier. Carrick's done a good job blocking balls. Really, his only blemish has been that throw in the second when Nakamura was on first, tried to snap throw over to first that was way wide. Nakamura got all the way to third and ended up scoring. Here comes the break-even pitch, and it misses low and in. So Gracia, after being ahead, has now made it a full count here on Kevin Nakamura. Miners with some more movement in the pen. Looks like a right-hander throwing.
That was an ice-cold take by Nakamura. He knew the count, and he knew the situation they were in, but he wasn't going to be deceived.
Full count pitch coming. Nakamura. Check swing, went around, strike 3. As a little bit of a golf celebration coming off the mound for Joseph and Gracia, emulating a bit of a wedge shot in golf. Either way, and Gracia, 8 strikeouts through 6 innings. Miners trail 7-1 here as we'll head to the top of the 7th. We'll be back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Now on to pitch here for the Miners in the 7th is going to be Evan Wolf, the right-hander from Kent State University, Gahanna, Ohio. Went to Gahanna Lincoln High School, Columbus, Ohio area. Evan pitched 1 inning as he came in for the save opportunity on Saturday, but a 2-out single into left field by Matt Erickson plated a run and sent the game in extra innings in a game the Bucs ended up winning.
And you know he's going to carry over some of that resentment from the last time. He was 1 pitch away from getting the Miners the opening day win, and instead they're staring at an 0-3 if they drop this game.
It would take one heck of a comeback to win this game as first pitch swinging deep left field, heading back. Ferreira, he'll make the catch. Nice play. Ball was stung into deep left field by Ostrander. Hasn't showed a lot of power, but got a good charge into that one away.
You're going to take it out any way you can get it right now if you're the Miners.
Especially on Garrett Ostrander, who's been all over the bases in the 2 games these 2 teams have played.
They just seem to have a lot of struggles putting people away in this game. We saw 9 hitters in 1 inning already. They're just trying to get down as many as they can.
Walks have once again hurt the Miners today, certainly, but the biggest blow was that 3-run bases clearing double in the 5th by Luke Langness. As here's the pitch on 0-1. Swinging strike 0-2. Carson Rocaforte in the box. Struck out a couple of times today, flew to left, and he's walked. Here's the pitch. Low. 1-2. Still some stretching in the Miners bullpen. Looks like maybe Jacob Erickson was still a native out there stretching a bit. It's the pitch. Swung on, hit into center field fairly deep. Nunez heading back. He'll camp out under it and make the catch on that strong hit, hard line drive. So too hard to hit balls, but 2 outs.
If you follow this pattern, it looks like Rother's next up to catch an outside shot.
And this is an inverse of what you would expect. The Bucs have had singles and doubles on a lot of bloopish type hits. But the those might be the 2 hardest hit balls of the day for the Bucs, both outs. Jake Skipworth to the plate now. Skipworth takes strike 1. Skipworth singled in the first, grounded to short in the third, was hit by a pitch, came around to score in the 5th, and then batted for a second time in the 5th as the Bucs bat around as he watches ball 2. That second time in the 5th, he grounded to the pitcher to end the inning. So give him a 1-for-3 with a hit by pitch line. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball there from Evan Wolf. 1-2.
Wolf going 1-2-3. That could be huge. He has the potential to go deeper than 1 inning if you let him, but this could be a good chance for the Miners to test out some new arms in their pen.
So he gets a grounder here to third. Morozek on a tough hop, fields it, throw across the diamond, makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So Evan Wolf with the first clean inning of the day for the Miners. 1-2-3 here in the 7th. Quick inning. Head to the bottom of the 7th. Miners still looking for a run or two. We'll be back here from Herman Brothers Field on YouTube. Welcome back here in the bottom of the 7th. I'm Reese Lane and joined by Sean Neef. This has been a long day at the yard for the Miners, even if it hasn't been the longest in game time. 7-1 Bucs here as we enter the bottom of the 7th. And a new pitcher on for the Anchorage Bucs. It is right-hander Kalina Sauer, Milani, Hawaii native. He was actually the number 24 prospect for pitchers in the country in the 2020 MLB draft. Went undrafted and went to San Diego State. He was a big-time contributor into the Aztec bullpen as a freshman, which is pretty rare for that program.
And we were talking before the game. This is their 4th game in a row. We thought maybe we were going to see the back end of the pitching for the Bucs, but so far we've probably seen their most impressive pitching outing so far from Ingracia, and bringing on a big arm like Sauer. This could be a long, long end of the final 3 innings for the Miners.
Sauer from Milani, Ohio, or Hawaii. Milani, Hawaii. Hawaii is a lot different than Ohio.
They're a bit different.
I know that from personal experience, but stands at 6'3", 220 pounds, right-handed thrower. He's 6'7", 8 in the order. Sam Thompson first to the plate for the Miners. Thompson on the day has walked and lined out to short. First pitch here misses inside, ball one with a breaking ball. Thompson, one of the catchers, obviously a very strong one at that, better defensively than Nakamura. Hit well this year. Kent State, 320 batter. Pitch to Thompson, swing and a miss. 1-1 here on Sam Thompson. Thompson standing in there at 6'1", 205 pounds. Redshirt sophomore from Bremen, Georgia. Sauer holds at the set here, working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Called strike two. Thompson sits behind here. 1-2 in the count. Nick Sorelli on deck.
And that was just a nasty pitch. Great placement on the inside. Thompson was just frozen at the plate.
Sauer sets. The 1-2 pitch misses in the dirt two. 2-2 now on Sam Thompson, who's trying to better in the inning.
Man, a long way towards a long-term goal for these Miners right now. Have to claw their way back.
2-2 pitch, breaking ball, beautiful. Swing and a miss, Sam Thompson. Breaking ball moving right back on the inside part of the plate. Thompson with a funky swing. It's one away. Sorelli coming to the plate now. Sorelli, after hitting well through the first two games, has remained hitless today. Struck out swinging back in the second and popped out to the third baseman in foul ground in the fourth. Or in the fourth. Here's the pitch from Sauer. Breaking ball misses way off. Breaking ball's got a ton of movement to it. It's like almost a slurve coming out of his hand. Sorelli with the Miners still with activity in the pen. Nobody in the Bucs pen throwing. This might be Sauer's game to finish. Looks like a side armor done in the Miners pen. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Skips away from the catcher, 2-0. Sorelli ahead here, 2-0. Sauer pitches and missed off the outside edge. It's 3-0 on Nick Sorelli. Sorelli's reached in both games now, trying to extend that to 3. Ricky Nunez, who struggled at the plate today with a couple of swinging strikeouts, sits in the on-deck circle. Sorelli pumps that bat. Slightly open stance. Here's the pitch, and it missed low. There's a 4-pitch. Nunez, who, like I said, has struggled today at the plate. A couple swinging strikeouts.
Struggled since that first game, it really seems. Ricky's one of those hitters that really seems to base it on emotion. When he's feeling good and feeling confident as a batter, he's dangerous. He can take you deep. But recently, he's really struggled to make barrel-to-ball contact.
Mount San Jacinto College to Cal Poly next spring, Division II school in California. He has 6'1", 190. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. Came with the fastball, and Nunez waving at it. Nunez this spring for Mount San Jacinto hit .426, 19 RBIs in just 7 games. He only averaged almost 3 RBIs a game. Hitting 8th today for the Miners. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss again. Nunez looks uncomfortable up there as now he's in a deep 0-2 hole. Setting at the mound is Sauer. 0-2. Swung on and roped down the left field line. Just foul. Nunez sat back on a breaker. He sat back for a minute on a breaking ball and swung just a second too early.
And you know Ricky would have wanted that one back. That could have been huge for the confidence of the team. Sorelli was already on his way to third. He was confident in his teammate.
That almost got down. Had it got down, Sorelli would have probably got the third. Instead, still 0-2 on Nunez, but good to see him at least get a good swing on that.
Making any kind of contact is going to be huge.
Struggled to make contact today, and he got a good piece on that one. 0-2 again. Off the outside edge of the breaking ball. Nunez thought about it. Held back 1-2. Landers sits in the box on deck. Nunez back in. Riverside, California native. Here's the pitch. Outside fastball called strike 3.
Got a bit too comfortable after that last one was off with a good eye, and Sauer just put it in a good spot, made it look a bit more difficult than it was.
It's probably looking breaking ball there. That pitch looked like it was outside, but it's been called a strike there all day. A big zone by the home plate umpire. Now 2 away for Kyle Landers. Landers trying to stick something together. Grounded out to the pitcher and struck out swinging. 0-2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strike. Low and inside. 0-1. Sauer goes ahead.
Landers, another one of the minors hitters that hasn't gotten on base so far today. He and Nunez at the bottom of the order, really struggling. Just a ground out and a strikeout swinging for the Landers so far.
Maybe Alex Magers down in that pen on Submarine. Pitch is fouled away here by Landers, who goes down 0-2.
That is Magers. That's going to be a real showcase of all the A&M talent that just recently influxed into the minors.
Well, the Miners might not win this one today, and if they indeed do drop to 0-3, obviously not an ideal start, but they do have help coming along the way. Offense has just been stymied today. Here's the pitch. Missed. Up and in. 1-2. Landers trying to stick together his first hit of the day. Sauer gave up a walk with 1 out, but has been clean besides it. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Landers worked it back to 2-2. I'd like to thank Kendall Auto Group for the Big K Bullpen Burger giveaway here at Herman Brothers Field. Landers working it back to 2-2. Break-even pitch. Sauer sets, fires, swung on, popped up, foul ground, and on the third base side, Baquero moving over to get it. He circles under it, and that'll be it here for the Miners in the 7th. Miners, no runs. They get a walk, no hits. We will head to the top of the 8th. Maybe a new pitcher on the mound for the Miners, and we'll be back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field.
had an impressive day. 2 for 3 and a walk. So far on that resume is the double play in the first inning.
His fifth plate appearance on the day as he watches strike one. New pitcher of the game for the Miners is Alex Magers. Magers on the year. Magers on the year at Texas A&M. Pitched in a few games. Magers is a sidearm pitcher from Hondo, Texas. A 3.06 ERA this spring. Dozen-plus games. So he's a big part of that A&M bullpen as he's gone 2-1 here on Carrig and then misses away again 3-1. He was a pretty big recruit coming out of high school. Opted to go to Texas A&M. Magers on the mound, standing at 6'4", 215. Here's the pitch, outside corner, strike two. Cole Carrig thought he had a walk. Almost threw the bat. Yeah. Now 3-2 here on Cole Carrig.
Kicks up the dust like the bull within him is raging, but hopefully Magers is able to pitch around him and gets to that anger high.
Yeah. Hitting the outside edge, getting to fish actually a little bit, probably a little bit off the plate. Strikeout number one for Magers. Yeah, Magers slots in as a straight bullpen arm, offering just two pitches, a fastball and slider. I guess probably good to go with what you're good at. Fastball slider combination gets the first out here in the eighth. He'll try to be the second pitcher in a row for the Miners to get a clean inning, as here comes Diego Baquero as he goes off the outside edge swinging 0-1.
Guess you only need two when that fastball looks as tempting as it does to these Bucs hitters.
Magers ahead 0-1. Slider missed off the outside edge. 1-1. Baquero at the plate. On deck would be Pinales. Here's the pitch. Misses way outside with the slider again. 2-1. Still overcast here in the valley. Not much sun on the day. Low 60s, dropping into high 50s as we get later in the day. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded on a couple hops. Sweeney up with it. He'll throw to first in time. Low, but in time to get Baquero away.
Pick it out of the dirt. Really, with a nice stretch. Getting a little bit of quad stretch while he's on the plate. Might as well.
We've had a couple of nice stretches. Kyle Landers back in the fifth with first and second. Nobody out. There's a bunt by Baquero. Same hitter at the plate. The throw from Morozic went way wide, but Landers covering first with a really nice stretch. Now it's Xavier Pinales, 2 away as he swings and misses here on a slider. 0-1. That slider from Magers looks really good. If he can be a reliable bullpen arm, that would go a long way for the Miners. Obviously, right now they're down 6 runs. They're not really in it, at least at the moment here in the eighth. But if he can be a solid, dependable bullpen arm, he'll slot into the back end of that bullpen in the later innings.
And there's no wasted opportunities. Regardless of the score, being able to see all of these new arms in action is huge, especially for pitching coach J.R. Dwyer.
There's a wicked slider, goes way inside on Pinales, almost hit him. Went back to the screen, 2-1. All three hitters have got the 2-1 counts in this inning. We'll see if Magers can put away his third in a row as he gets a swing and a miss here on a fastball on the outside edge. 2-2. Alex Magers trying to put away Xavier Pinales. Work a clean eighth. Here's the pitch. Swung on in line. Jumping catch by Jared Sweeney at shortstop. Ball wasn't hit all that hard. Sweeney jumps up a little bit to make the play, and that'll end things here in the top of the eighth. We'll head to the bottom of the eighth. Miners trail 7-1 here from Herman Brothers Field. We'll be back here on YouTube. We're in here for the bottom of the eighth here at Herman Brothers Field. The Miners trail the Bucs 7-1. For the Bucs, it's been 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Miners, it's been 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Josh Mrozek, top of the order, will lead it off here in the eighth. Squares the bunt, pulls back, ball 1. I'd like to read a couple of sponsors for the Matsu Miners. The official sponsor of Matsu Miners travel is Alaska Airlines. Also another official sponsor, this one of Matsu Miners Travel is also Alaska Airlines. Sponsor of the 2021 Matsu Miners Summer Clinic is the Alaska USA Federal Credit Union as Josh Mrozek goes 2-0 here in the count.
Miners sitting on 5 scoreless innings after that Nakamura run in the second, and they could really use some kind of life just to get some confidence going into the next game.
Mrozek watches strike 1 over the heart of the plate here. 2-1. Kalina Sauer still out for his second inning of work. 2-1 here. Sauer still a little bit behind. Here's the pitch. He goes right back in control, 2-2. I'd like to thank the Nugget Booster Club, gaming sponsor of the Miners in Big Valley Bingo. Kalina Sauer here, trying to put away Josh Mrozek to start the eighth. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball. That moved a ton and just missed off the outside edge. That started pretty much on the opposite side chalk in the the right-handed batter's box and moved all the way. It almost broke on the outside part of the plate. Mrozek full count, 3-2. Here it comes. And that hit him?
No, but it's ball 4.
Couldn't tell. Went inside. Mrozek reaches here to lead off the eighth, so maybe a little bit of flair in that Miners dugout. It'll be Jared Sweeney up next. Sweeney grounded out to second, walked, struck out swinging. 0 for 2 on the day.
You got to think that at this point in the game, with Mrozek on, he's going to be looking to steal second.
Looking for some life. He's got good speed. Sweeney in. First pitch. Low. Inside. Ball 1. The Miners can get Sweeney to reach a little bit of something cooking. A little bit of life. Still need the eighth. They got another inning after this one to work with. Casey Rother stands on deck. Sauer's got a sign. 1-0 pitch coming. Breaking ball just missed off the outside edge.
That breaking ball, like you said, the curve it has on it.
Got a ton of movement.
It could easily come back in to the box and get a nice looking strikeout one of these times.
Another guy throwing in the Miners bullpen looks to be a right-hander. Here comes the 2-0. Up and in. Sweeney way ahead now, 3-0. Nobody's been in the Bucs bullpen, but you got to think if Sweeney reaches, maybe they'll have somebody go down there and start throwing.
If you're Sweeney, you're just watching for this ball right down the heart of the plate. You know it's going to be coming, so you don't get walked. You might as well swing if it's there.
Sweeney back in, 3-0. Here's the pitch. And it missed low and in. Ball 4. Jared Sweeney reaches back-to-back walks here to begin the eighth. And now, one of the Miners' best power bats, Casey Rother, coming to the plate as running out to the mound to have a conference with his pitcher. It's the Bucs pitching coach, Brett Seeberger.
Right now, he's facing the one Miner batter that's had an offensive impact in this game, really, with 2 doubles. Casey Rother, he could make it 3 here. That would be huge.
Still some Miner faithful left here. Trying to cheer on the Miners to a bit of a comeback here in the eighth. Miners have had just 2 hits on the day. For an offense that was fairly good through the first 2 games, scored 5 runs against the Bucs on Saturday, 7 against the Chinooks on Sunday. They've went pretty silent here, at least so far today. Casey Rother into the box. Rother on the day has been the Miners' best hitter. had a solid double in the first inning, drilled over the center fielder for the Bucs, Rocaforte's head, and that had a bloop double to center back in the sixth. He'll get a chance here.
Third hit for Rother could be the spark that they need, really.
As missing low is Sauer to begin this batter, so he's fallen behind another hitter. Sauer 1-0. Ferreira would be on deck. Ferreira still struggling, looking for his first hit. 0 for 12 start to the year, as now in the dirt again is Sauer. It's 2-0.
Make that 8 straight pitches for balls for Sauer.
This has got to be scary a bit for the Bucs coaching staff. This is their fourth game in 4 days. They don't want to use anybody that they don't have to, although they do have an off day tomorrow. Here's the 2-0 strike on the inner half. Rother backed right out of the box on it. Thought it was inside. Umpire disagreed. 2-1. Rozek on second. Sweeney at first. Nobody out here in the eighth. Miners trail by 6. Sauer sets. Here it comes. Swung on and grounded right side through the infield. Around third, Morozek. They're going to send him to the plate. The throw, there will be no throw. It's bobbled in right field. That's an RBI single for Casey Rother, and the Miners strike for 1 to start here in the 8th. Nice piece of hitting there by Casey Rother. Didn't hit it especially hard, but put it right under the mitt of Jay Skipworth at first base. In the outfield, it kind of died, rolled and died out there. So still nobody out here with first and second in the 8th.
Should Sweeney have gone 2/3 in that one, he likely would have made it. They had a bit of problems out there in right field. David Christie seemed like he lost control when he was trying to pick it up. Likely wouldn't have made the pitch in time.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1, inner half. Ferreira 0 for 12 to start the year. This would be a big hit if he could get it here. Oh, 1 on Mike Ferreira, Westchester University. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 2. Sauer just spins that ball in the inner half. It's almost unhittable when he can locate that breaking ball. So 0-2 now on Ferreira. Nakamura stands on deck waiting. Sauer. 0-2 pitch, skips away. Sweeney trying to go to third. The throw to third, not in time, skips into left field. Here comes Sweeney. He'll score. Motoring to third is Rother. Up with it in left field is Simpson. And the Miners are within 4. Don't call it a comeback yet, but the Miners finding ways to score runs here in the 8th. Ball skipped away from Cole Carrick. He recovered quickly. Sweeney, who's pretty athletic, started for third. It looked even with a good throw. I think he would have got there, but the ball was in the dirt and skipped off the glove of the third baseman, Baquero, into left field. Now runner on third, nobody out still for the Miners. Still need runners, but they're certainly not quitting in this game. 1-2 on Mike Ferreira. Here's the pitch. Fastball up. Ferreira's ran it to even 2-2.
You got to think Cole Carrick's going to be a bit more hesitant on those throws now. Those 2 throws, the one to first and the one to third, have been responsible for 2 of the Miners' runs eventually coming across the plate.
Here's the 2-2. Outside breaking ball, skips to the backstop. Here comes Rother, and it's a 3-run ball game. The Miner faithful really getting into it. Miners certainly no quitting. They bring it back to a 3-run game. Still nobody out. 3-2 on Mike Ferreira. So 3-2 count on Mike Ferreira. Three-two pitch, and it missed away. Ferreira's aboard, still no one out.
The fans are getting into it now.
And now some very intense warming up down there from a right-handed pitcher for the Bucs. Sauer is laboring out there right now.
Game is never over until it's over, and that's why we love baseball. Anything can happen in a single inning. Miners fighting for a comeback right now.
Kevin Nakamura at the plate looking to continue the offensive onslaught here in the 8th. Ball one. Nakamura in the box. The 0-1. It missed away. 2-0. And all of a sudden, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. As now Cole Carrick's going to go out and talk to Sauer. And I mean, I would imagine Sauer is not out there much longer.
No, you could see how much they hustled that arm over into the bullpen to start warming up. He's going to have to stay out there a little bit longer because you can't throw someone in cold turkey. But regardless, he needs to try and minimize damages against one of the better hitters in the Miners lineup.
So Sauer gone. 2-0 now on Kevin Nakamura. Plenty of home run power. Here's the pitch. Low and away, strike one. Nakamura has one of just 2 homers on the year for the Miners. In other scores around the league, Chugiak currently trails the Anchorage Glacier Pilots 4-1 in Anchorage. Here's the 2-1. Held off, 3-1. The bid up. Nakamura, if he were to reach the on-deck batter, Sam Thompson is the tying run. Still activity in the Miners bullpen. 3-1 pitch coming. Nakamura. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Went to the fastball. Nakamura swinging through it, and it's 3-2.
Sauer just trying to avoid his 4th walk of the inning. Nakamura got different plans right now. He's just trying to help his team.
3-2 pitch there, though. Down swinging. Went fastball away. Nakamura put away. So finally an out recorded by Sauer. Stops the run of base runners for the Miners. It's going to be Sam Thompson here. 1 on, 1 out. Thompson to the plate. Might be Aaron Winkler out there throwing for the Miners. Right-hander still warming up for the Bucs. Thompson in the box. First pitch, line, caught by the second baseman. Ostrander throw to first, wild, not in time. What a play, Garrett Ostrander. Robbing Sam Thompson of at least a single on a wicked snag up the middle, and the Bucs get a little bit of luck there. Step in Mike Sorelli. Hit there. And Ferreira would be on third. Thompson at least on first was still 1 out. Instead, 1 on, 2 out. Nick Sorelli at the plate. First pitch to him. Strike one with the fastball. Sauer battling back a bit this inning. No hard hit balls for the Miners, really, except that line drive by Thompson hit it really hard, but it was recorded and out. Sorelli, 0-1 count. Watches a breaking ball, ball 1.
Hard to lay off there. You could see the movement. It started on the outside, came in. That could fluster a lot of batters. Good job there by Sorelli to just stay focused.
Sorelli from Martinez, California. 6'3", 250, first baseman. Here's the pitch. Swung on it, roped, but way foul down the right field line. Sorelli has plenty of home run power, and he got into that one. He yanked it foul, and it's 1-2.
Almost looked like the same shot from 2 days ago when they were facing the Chinooks. Could have gone the same spot if he had just been a little bit more patient on that timing.
Sorelli back in. 1-2 from Sauer. Swung on, hit pretty deep, center field, headed back, Rocaforte, it's over his head, all the way to the wall. Rounding third, Ferreira. He's going to score. Sorelli into second. And that is an absolute line drive shot over the center fielder Roccaforte's head. And the Miners are within 2. How about that piece of two-strike hitting for Nick Sorelli? The big man getting into that one. Roccaforte went way back, but he had no chance from the start. Ricky Nunez into the plate. How in the world the Miners have the tying run to the plate in an inning that started with a 7-1 Bucs advantage? Still no pitching change even after Sorelli hit that one way back there.
That would be the perfect time for Ricky Nunez to get his first hit of the game. Not only avoiding the golden sombrero, but also helping move his team just 1 run closer.
Outfield playing moderately deep on Nunez. First pitch from Sauer. Breaking ball, strike 1. Nunez struck out 3 times today. Twice swinging, once looking. Sauer at the set. 0-1. Breaking ball low. 1-1. Looked like Carrick might have tried a pop throw to second. He dropped the ball after he tried it. Sorelli back in, obviously, safely to second. Nunez just looking to find a hole here. Sauer sets. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, rope through the left side into left field. Sorelli's going to be held at third. Probably a wise decision there by third base coach Casey Sherman. But Ricky Nunez avoids the golden sombrero. He's the tying run on first. And would you have expected this at all coming into this inning, that the go-ahead run would be coming to the plate? Nunez, a great piece of hitting there. And now it looks like it is going to be the end of the day for Kalina Sauer. He got knocked around a bunch here in the 8th after a clean 7th. Bucs will make a pitching change, and we'll go to break with them. We'll tell you about the new pitcher on for the Bucs after this break. We'll be back here from Herman Brothers Field on YouTube.
A run.
On Saturday, he pitched 2 on Saturday en route to picking up that win in extra innings. Kyle Landers to the plate. First and third, 2 outs. Miners down a couple. First pitch, swing and a miss. Landers couldn't get that one. 0-1. Mitchell Scott from Cal Berkeley. Big time reliever in the Golden Bears pen. This will be the 9th batter of the inning for the Miners. The pitch, it's up. 1-1.
Who would have thought when we started this game we would have 2 innings with at least 9 batters?
Yeah.
There could be more here.
Morozek would be on deck if they can get it to him. 1-1 to Landers. Up and away, 2-1 on Kyle Landers.
Way high. Took the elevator on that one.
Kyle Landers, Flower Mound, Texas native.
Hasn't managed to get on base yet today, but everybody seems like they're brightening up in this inning.
Landers, 2-1 in the dirt. Nice block by Cole Carrig. That ball gets past him. Sorelli's going to score, and it's a 1-run game. It's gone 3-1 on Kyle Landers. Top of the order, and Josh Morozek stand on deck. Mitchell Scott trying to put away Landers. The 3-1. Inside corner, strike 1. Landers thought he had ball 4, not to be, and it's a full count. Runners will be on the move here. Anything in the gap will tie this game. Or down the line for that matter. Nunez has good speed on first, and with him moving, he can really scoot around the diamond. 3-2 pitch. Missed away. Kyle Landers works the 2-out walk, and the tying run is at second base. What an inning for the Miners. 10th batter of the inning, Josh Morozek, who started this inning off with a walk and scored on an RBI single from Casey Rother to the plate. Right-handed Mitchell Scott, left-handed batting Morozek. Morozek 0 for 3 on the day. He could right any of those wrongs with a hit here. Scott at the set, runners big leads. First pitch, ball 1 low. Sorelli on third. Nunez at second. Over at first is Kyle Landers. One 0 swung on, grounded right side, base hit. Nunez around third. He's coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. What an 8th inning for the Miners. Josh Morozek. Kent State Golden Flash coming through in the 8th. In an inning that started 7-1, the Miners have tied it. My goodness. Christie came up throwing to the plate, but it was nowhere near in time. How about this rally here on the 8th in a game where the Miners were left for dead? Jared Sweeney at the plate, first and third. First pitch, strike 1, inside edge. Go ahead run at third is Kyle Landers. Winkler still loosening in that bullpen. This has been a heck of an inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped back out of play. 0-2 on Jared Sweeney. This is a game the Miners got to win now. I mean, you came all the way back down from 6 runs. Meant to be. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play. Mitchell Scott trying to put away Sweeney and keep this game tied. Casey Rother would be next if it gets to him. Josh Morozek with a great piece of hitting there. I mean, that was clutch. Didn't try to do too much with it. Morozek takes off here. Swung on, hit high in the air, back behind the plate, and that's going to get out of play. Morozek took off for second. Still 0-2 on Jared Sweeney. you got to give credit to the guys in the bottom of this lineup. Nick Sorelli with 2 outs, that double to bring it to a 3-run game. Here's the pitch. Mrozek takes off again. Swung on, popped up, back behind the plate. Pretty much same spot, out of play. Nick Sorelli had that double to bring it to a 7-5 game with 2 outs. Then Ricky Nunez getting in on the action with that single after 3 previous strikeouts. A Kyle Landers walk enabled that Josh Mrozek game-tying hit. Mrozek takes off for second here. Pump fake, throw down a second. Mrozek swipes it. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Tied game here, 1-2. Can Jared Sweeney come through for the Miners? A 6-run 8th inning. This is the 11th batter of the inning. Scott sets the 1-2. In the dirt, nice block, Cole Carrig. Landers has good speed over on third. Anything that scoots away from Carrig, he'll be making the move to the plate. Runners have plenty big leads off the bags.
One good hit, and this is their game to go. Run.
Scott sets, pitches, strolled, strike 3. Sweeney cannot believe it just looking at the home plate umpire. But what an 8th inning for the Miners. They strike for 6 runs here in the 8th on just 4 hits and tie this game up. We'll see who the Miners have coming out in the 9th, but we'll be back here from Herman Brothers Field on YouTube. Welcome back to Herman Brothers Field as we start the 9th inning. Tied game after a 6-run 8th for the Miners. Alex Magers back out for a 2nd inning of work as a swing and a miss there for strike 1. Here's the pitch to Simpson and it missed. Ball 1. 1-1. Miners trying to take the win in this game. 0-2. This would be a monumental first win. Is missing away is Magers. 2-1.
At this point, I don't feel like they have any doubt in their mind that they are going to lose this game. They're giving it everything they got.
Got all the momentum right now as pitch is fouled back. 2-2. Magers trying to work a clean 9th. Into the bottom of the 9th, they got the big boys coming up. 3, 4, 5 in the order. Here's the pitch. Just missed with the slider. 3-2. If you're Magers, you really do not want to allow Shane Simpson to reach base here. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Three and two now. Here it comes. Missed away. Leadoff walk, Shane Simpson.
And that's exactly how the Miners inning started, with a few walks themselves. Definitely don't want to turn and be on the opposite side of that.
It's going to be Luke Langness to the plate. Got him out for just the first time earlier. Strikeout swinging. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, strike 1. Looked off the plate, but it's been there all day. I mean, a big zone. No argument from Langness. He understands the zone by this point. 8 hitting, Langness in the lineup. Designated hitter. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Magers coming with that sidearm fastball. It's hard to read and hard to square up. 0-2. Leading off over at first is Simpson. A couple of steps. Magers sets. 0-2. Slider. Called. Strike 3. Oh, what a pitch from Alex Magers. And he puts him away. 1 away here in the ninth. Struck him out swinging. 1 out now. Magers attacking David Christie. Ball 1. The slider. Minor faithful that stuck around have been treated to an offensive explosion in the 8th as there's a fastball for a strike. Yeah, Magers, that sidearm fastball is just so hard to read. He's got a really nice fastball, along with that slider with good break. 1-1 count on Christie. Here's the pitch. Swing and almost a miss. Just got a piece of that off the catcher, Sam Thompson. The Texas A&M product from Hondo, Texas. Way ahead now, 1-2. Magers working quickly. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Came with that fastball inner half. Put away is David Christie, and now there's 2 away for Garrett Ostrander.
He just looks locked in right now. Got through the first inning, 1, 2, 3, and now after that walk, he's looked even better.
Ostrander in now, 2 away. He absolutely clubbed the ball in the 7th to deep left field, but Ferreira ran it down near the wall. Here's the first pitch. Slider way off the plate.
Good grab by Thompson.
Due up for the Miners in the 9th. Rother, then the 4-hitter in the lineup, Ferreira, and then the catcher, or the designated hitter, Kevin Nakamura.
Rothers already have a monster day.
1-0 pitch, grounded on a couple hops. Kyle Landers bobbles at second, throws to first in time by a couple of steps, and the Miners are going to have a chance to win this one in the 9th. Alex Magers' leadoff walk works around it. Miners have a chance to win it here in the 9th. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th, and we'll be right back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. The bottom of the 9th at Herman Brothers Field. Casey Ross bat to lead it off for the Miners. Rother, the right fielder, into the box. He's got plenty of pop. First pitch from Mitchell Scott in for his 2nd inning of work is a ball, 1-0. He'll take just one here for the Miners. Rother, this spring at Lehigh, was a big-time hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air, fairly deep center field. Going back, still going. It's off the wall. Rother cruising into second. He was about 5 feet away from a walk-off dog, but they'll take it. Third double of the game for Casey Rother as he hammers that one to straightaway center, and the winning run is on second.
I don't think there's any doubt among the fan base who the MVP of this game has been. Casey Rother, a 4-for-5 day, been able to collect 3 doubles and the single to his name. He has been absolutely on fire on offense.
Mike Ferreira to the plate. He walked in that big 8th inning. He's yet to record a hit this year for the Miners. Right now would be huge. Here's the pitch. Misses. Squirts away from the catcher. Rother thought about going to second. Stood pat. 1-0.
If you're the Miners, you have to make sure you end this now. You went to extra innings against this team before, and you weren't able to pull it out. You just want to be able to get your first win, go into your clubhouse happy, and send the Bucs on the road.
Mitchell Scott in a tight situation right now. Mike Ferreira. If anybody on this team is due for one right now, it's the Miners cleanup hitter. Here it is. Swung on and grounded to second. Ostrander over to it quickly. To his knees. Got it. Throws to first in time. Rother over to third. Kevin Nakamura is going to have a shot to win this one for the Miners. One away in the ninth. The infield's going to be in. Rother's a bigger dude over at third base, but he can move.
He's a hustle runner is what you like to call him.
You
can't count him out.
He had a hustle double earlier on that blooper to center. That was a huge hustle player. He may have not came around to score on that, but that's just something you love to see. Kevin Nakamura, the ABL leader in RBIs and batting average coming into this game at the plate. Swung on and drilled just foul. Oh, he that one. He was ready to swing it.
He's trying to put the nail in with the first shot.
Kevin Nakamura trying to win it here for the Miners. Infield in, 1 out, 0-1 pitch. On the way. Up and away.
Anything deep, anything outside, deep enough will end this game. A sac fly is all they need.
Rother is no slouch running the bases at third. Here's the 1-1. Strike. Came with the breaking ball and got a called strike too. This would be a huge out. 1-2 pitch on the way. Misses up and away. Came with another breaking ball, and Kevin Nakamura evens it up 2-2.
No hits for him so far in the game. Last 2 have been strikeouts.
Sam Thompson would be next for the Miners. Scott at the set, the 2-2. Misses way away. Almost got away from the catcher, Carrig. Ball was way wide, and it's a 3-2. The outfield. Rather 2-2. That last pitch, I wasn't sure if it was called a pitch or not. The pitch before was called no pitch as the ball rolled onto the field. Scott, swing and a miss. Nakamura chased the outside fastball, and he's got to be thinking, man, I thought I had a walk. That ball from the Bucs bullpen saved him. Rolled onto the field. And instead of Nakamura being on first, there's going to be a runner on third and Rother. 2 away. Sam Thompson, the catcher, into the box. Thompson 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. Here's the pitch from Scott. Breaking ball, strike 1. It's a nice pitch. Infield now back.
0 for 3, but those 2 balls that are caught were both lineouts. He's lasering shots.
0-1 pitch, grounded left side, stabbed at third by Vaquero, throw across the diamond just in time. How about that navigation work for the Anchorage Bucs? They get a strikeout and a ground out with a runner on third and 1 out. Miners fail to score with a runner on third. We'll head to extras, top of the 10th. Runner will start on second for the Bucs. We'll be back here on YouTube from Herman Brothers Field. Back on to pitch here in the 10th for the Miners is the right-hander Alex Magers. Magers back in, ready for his third inning of work. Ostrander will start at second, the fastest buck. It'll be the Roccaforte at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit into left field, down the line, slicing, foul. Oh, man. Had a lot of late slice to it. And Roccaforte almost just drove in the go-ahead run on the first pitch from Magers.
That was a
break.
2 feet to the right. That was easily fair. That was about as close as you can get it.
Right on that left field line. Just hooked foul. Ostrander has great speed on second base. Pretty much any the outfield he's going to score on. Magers sets. Checks the runner. 0-1 pitch. Way inside. Thompson handles it. 1-1. Outfield playing a bit in on Roccaforte. Louisiana Lafayette product. Magers checks the runner. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went low and away and got the swinging strike. It's 1-2. A strikeout to begin the inning would be big for the Miners, especially with the three-hitter Jake Skipworth due up next. Nobody really holding Ostrander on. Magers sets. 1-2 pitch. Swung on line into left field. That's a base hit. Running over to third is Ostrander. The throw's in there, and they got him! Running over to second, and in there is the runner for the Bucs. Roccaforte, a break for the Miners, as Ostrander did not read that off the bat at all. Ferreira picking it up quickly, throwing to Morozek, who slapped down the tag for the first out. So essentially, after everything, that'll basically just be a regular out. Roccaforte does get the hit, but no runners advance, and no runners are on additional bases. Magers' first pitch to Jake Skipworth is outside with a slider, ball 1.
Yeah, with all the commotion and Roccaforte being able to take second, it's almost just like a soft reset.
Roccaforte is pretty quick himself, but not quite what Ostrander is. Magers checks the runner. Missed, and it's going to get away from Sam Thompson. Oh, man. Tipped off Thompson's glove and rolled to the backstop. That's a big time. I believe that's going to be scored, a pass ball. So now the infield in. 1 out. Here in the 9th. Or in the 10th, rather. Magers sets. 2-0 pitch. Called strike. Outside edge. Magers would love nothing more than just a conventional out with no advance here. He sets. Lifts the leg. Fires. Low and in. Blocked by Sam Thompson. 3-1.
The Miners could use, like you said, a conventional out, but a strikeout would be even better for their offense right now.
3-1, though, is going to miss inside. And the Bucs are going to have first and third now with Cole Carrig due at the plate. It'll be interesting to see what the Miners do defensively here. Double play is intact, but the go-ahead run is at third. And now an infield conference without the pitching coach. Thompson, along with the entire infield of Magers, meet at the mound. Cole Carrig, who on the day has had 5 plate appearances, 4 at-bats. He grounded into a double play in the first, walked and scored in the third, singled and scored in the fifth, singled and scored in the sixth, and struck out swinging in the 8th.
The only pitcher on this staff right now to strike him out, that happens to be the man still on the mound, though.
Alex Magers. But looks like they're going to intentionally walk him. A very interesting decision out of the Miners' dugout. They're going to load the bases now for Diego Baquero. So with first and third, they walk Carrick. They opt not to pitch to the left-handed Carrick, and they're going to attack Vaquero. So now no base is open. Magers has to have control here and can't walk him. Bases loaded. One out. Magers sets. First pitch. Swung on, grounded back up the middle. Landers up with it. Touches the bag to first. In time! How about that decision out of the Miners dugout? First pitch swinging. Kyle Landers turns the double play. What a way to end the top of the 10th.
I'd say it paid off.
Miners intentionally walked Cole Carrick to load the bases and get the double play. We'll head to the bottom of the 10th. Sam Thompson will be the runner on second for the Miners as they try to win it. We'll be right back here from Herman Brothers Field on YouTube. New pitcher on for the Bucs in the. He went 3 innings in the game on Saturday against the Miners, allowing 1 hit. So Nick Sorelli into the box. First pitch. Low, ball 1. Sorelli on the day is 1 for 3, but his last 2 at-bats have been big. Walked to help start the 7th. And then in the 8th, he doubled to make it a 7-5 game. An RBI double as Spencer Bengard misses off the outside edge. Spencer Bengard, Moreno Valley, California, another Cal Baptist guy. 6'3", 220. Bengard checks Thompson. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Low and away. Sorelli takes. 2-1 on Nick Sorelli. Ricky Nunez would be next. Nunez singled in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Up high, Sorelli, 3-1. And you got to believe Nick Sorelli's got the green light all the way here.
That kind of power, there's no reason he shouldn't. He could swing for the fences.
Big bat. Thompson, while a catcher, is pretty athletic and he can move. Here's the pitch. Swung on, took a big hack and fouled it away.
Well, it went far, just in the opposite direction.
Went with a bit of off speed, hung over the middle of the plate too, but couldn't straighten it out.
He was lucky. Sorelli's bat wasn't just a little bit higher. That one could have been going far.
Sorelli in. 3-2 pitch. Missed away, and Nick Sorelli on board for the 3rd straight plate appearance. First and second, nobody out here in the 10th.
Miners need to look to avoid their own double play now that they have one of their
stay out of the double play. A productive out here is ideal from Ricky Nunez. Even if he gets out, if he can get that runner over to 3rd, that would be the biggest thing. He singled his last time up. Ricky Nunez in a 7-7 ball game squares the bunt. He gets it down up the first baseline, fielded by Bengard to first. Nunez is out, but that is a gigantic bunt by the Miners center fielder, and the Miners out of the dugout to greet him.
And you called it.
Productive out. Exactly what the doctor ordered. It looked like the Bucs weren't expecting it at all. Bengard came off the mound and looked a little bit shocked that he laid that one down. A beautiful bunt by Ricky Nunez. So Kyle Landers, who walked in that big 8th inning, has the game firmly on his shoulders. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Bengard at the set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit foul back out of play. Came with the fastball. Landers was ready. Just fouled it away. Kyle Landers does not have a hit today, but did get that big walk that enabled the Mrozek 2-run single. Landers back in, the 0-1 in the dirt. Good block by Cole Carrick, who's made a number of really nice blocks today.
If Carrick wasn't behind the plate, it's likely this game could already be over.
It probably would. The Bucs have had a lot of pass balls on Saturday. Not today, though. Carrick's been solid. 1-1 coming. Kyle Landers. Here's the pitch from Bengard. Misses away, and another nice scoop out of the dirt by Cole Carrick. If he can somehow reach without the runners advancing, which would likely be a walk, Josh Mrozek is on deck.
Mrozek's one of those her batters, just like Cirelli, bet on the last 2 times he was at bat with, of course, that huge single.
Kyle Landers, 2-1 count here. Bengard, the pitch. Swung on, hit high up in the air, drifting back out of play. 2-2 on Kyle Landers. Miners want to end it right here, right now with Landers. Infield in for the second consecutive inning with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. Golden opportunity for the Miners. Can they get it done? Landers waiting. Bengard, the 2-2. Swung on and fouled off down the first base line. So he stays around to see at least one more.
Good to make contact there. It was definitely a bit inside, but stays alive at the plate.
Bengard working much slower than the other Bucs pitchers, and Landers certainly taking his time in between pitches. Bengard at the set. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and fouled off again down the third base line. Landers stays alive. Stays alive to see one more. Thompson over at third. That's the winning run. Runner at second, Cirelli won't matter. It's just about getting that runner at third home. The 2-2. And we're going to have a step off before the pitch by Bengard.
What a show for the fans that stuck it out.
I mean, this has been a crazy, crazy game. Bengard at the set. 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss. Down goes Landers. Tight battle. Bengard is the winner. And the Miners are down to their last out here in the 10th. Bucs trying to extend it. Josh Mrozek. 1 for 4 with a walk. He's knocked in a couple of runs. Infield now back for the Bucs. Miners do not want to let this opportunity go to the wayside, as Bengard's going to step off before the first pitch, and there will be a conference at the mound.
And if Mrozek can hit this right here, get those 2 in the last inning to tie it up, and the winning runs, he might be giving Rother a run for his money on who really deserves the MVP for this game. Because coming up clutch, this could be huge, but he needs to get it in play.
Morozek has plenty of speed, so anything slow on the ground could very well end it. Bengard sets, first offering. Strike one, inside edge. Miners cannot let this opportunity slip away. Still no activity in the bullpen. It appears if this game goes the 11th, it's the Mager show still. Bengard sets. 0-1 pitch. Missed away. Almost in the dirt. Cole Carrick, another pick. I mean, he has been gigantic for this team.
He's a wall. There's nothing getting past him right now, and he knows it.
Hopefully you are a jinx.
I would not be unhappy about that.
1-1 coming from Bengard. Looking in for the sign. He's got what he wants. Bengard, here's the pitch. Swung on, dribbled up the first baseline, past the diving first baseman Skipworth, and that'll end it. Oh no! They call it foul.
I'm not sure about that call. It looked like it bounced inside the
goodness. Pillow. And the Miner faithful are letting him have it. Oh my goodness, that's as close as it gets.
That's got to be a shot.
Josh Morozek thought he had the walk-off single. Instead, it's 1-2.
I think just about everybody did besides the first baseline judge.
So Morozek back in. Bengard got his sign. 1-2 pitch. Just missed. And if there was ever a call that you may see that is a makeup call, it was that one. Bengard had stepped probably 4 steps off the mound. I mean, wow. He's been calling that strike 3 all night, and it looked like strike 3 there. Morozek, extra life. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound.
This has added some extra tension to this game.
This is drama-filled. If the Miners can't score here, one of the storylines of the game will be that grounder by Josh Morozek that was called foul. From our vantage point, it looked like it was a fair ball, but we obviously don't have the closest view behind the plate. Either way, 2-2, 2 away, runners on second and third for the Miners. Josh Morozek trying to come up with the winning hit. Bengard sets the pitch. Swing and a miss. Miners get a runner to third with less than 2 outs for the second straight inning, but cannot bring him around. We'll head to the 11th. Diego Baquero will be the runner on second for the Bucs, and we'll be back here from Herman Brothers Field for the 11th. Diego Baquero. So as the last batter, he'll go out there and run. So at the plate, left-handed batter. You got to think. Maybe he could drop down a bunt here, and he could reach first. Got a ton of speed. Alex Magers back out for his fourth inning of work. The first pitch. Swung on, hit to left field. Ferreira moving over to it. He's got it. Ball was hit fairly hard. No advance from Baquero. Magers will certainly take that. One pitch, one out. Coming to the plate next, it's going to be Shane Simpson, left-handed batter. Simpson has not had a hit today. I believe, is he the only hitter in their lineup to not have a hit? I believe he is.
He may be. He's been the one person that's really seemed to struggle for them.
Does have a walk, though. Simpson in. First pitch. Just off. Ball one.
Yes, Simpson will be the only one so far that has not had a hit. Has gotten on base with a walk, but that's been the only time he's actually been on the base path.
Struck out 3 times. Magers. 1-0 pitch. Just missed again. 2-0. Next up would be Luke Lagness. And then David Christie. Reached the bottom of the Bucs order. Magers, 2-0 pitch. On the way. Missed low and away, 3-0. Magers has worked a ton in relief. Still no action for the Miners in the bullpen. Neither for the Bucs.
They're both fully entrusting the people on the mound right now. Taking them this far.
Fourth inning of work as he goes way inside here and misses. Ball 4. So open base, nothing hurt there for the Miners as long as they can keep him off the board. And it's going to bring up Luke Lagness. Lagness got out to such a nice start to this game. Drove in 3 with a double along with a single and a walk, but he struck out swinging the last 2 times at the plate. Magers, 1 away. First and second. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Bullpen guys for the Miners all down there standing off the bench. They want to see their guy out of the pen. Get out of this. Magers, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Alex Magers putting 2 right by Luke Lagness. And it's 0-2. Watch out for the breaking ball here on 0-2. At the set, Magers. Checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch. Just missed, and Sam Thompson can't believe it. He's saying, what can we do to get a strike there? That slider broke over the middle, and it must have been low.
I think just about everybody thought that one was going to be a strike.
Including the man at the plate. Call the ball. 1-2. Magers at the set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. So it doesn't matter as Alex Magers ramps back on that fastball to put away Lagness. And now it's David Christie, who's really a pitcher in the lineup today.
Always hard to get back into your rhythm after a missed call like that. That maybe missed call, we'll say. But Magers is just on it right now.
As here's a little tapper by Christie. Back to the pitcher. Up with it is Magers. He'll flip to first. And the Miners will go into their 3rd consecutive inning with a runner in scoring position and less than 3 outs. We'll head to the bottom of the 11th. The Miners 2-3-4 due up Josh Mrozek out at second base. This is their best shot to win it. And we'll be back here from Herman Brothers Field in just a bit. We're giving it another rodeo here in the bottom of the 11th. It'll be Jared Sweeney to the plate. Runner on second is Josh Morozic, the fastest player on the Miners. Single anywhere wins it for Sweeney. From the stretch, first pitch from Spencer Bengard misses off the plate 1-0. And the Miner faithful that stuck around, they've been treated to such a nice game. Even on a weeknight, late on a weeknight, 10:22 p.m. local time. Here's the pitch. Misses in the dirt. Nice pick again by Cole Carrick. I mean, he's been a wall back there.
How many times have we said that?
Yeah. And even 10:22 right now doesn't seem all that late because it was a really quick game through 8 innings. A very quick game.
Up until the bottom of that eighth, it seemed like it was going to be a lightning speed as he swings past that one.
Yeah, huge hack there on 2-0. Missed it. 2-1.
Think Sweeney wants to end it by himself?
Yeah, I would guess Sweeney wants to end it right here. Rother on deck. Sweeney into the box. Bengard sets 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left field near the line. And it's going to drop in fair territory. Holding at third is Morozic. Oh, man, that ball was hit into no man's land. The issue was that the runner on second, Morozic, had no way of telling if it was dropped. So now, third straight inning, runner on third, less than 2 outs. This time, nobody out.
Look who's coming up to the plate. The man with a hit in 3 straight at-bats.
Casey Rother. 3 doubles on the day. Can't really make it 4 here because the runner on third, obviously.
And you can hear
I think he'd take a hit.
his name.
He's
loving it.
I think he'd take a single here. Infield in for the Bucs. Nobody out here in the 11th. And again, the Miners were left for dead ends. 7-1 until the 8th. A 6-run explosion to tie it. Casey Rother, Lehigh product at the plate. Spencer Bengard from the set. First pitch. Strike 1.
Might just be a bit of a gauge there by Rother just to see where he's at.
Rother broke out this year as a junior. 350-ish average. 6 homers, 32 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swung on, tap back to the pitcher. They're going to check. Rother did not run over to first. Now he's sprinting through the bag. He'll be safe. They'll only get 1 out. That was a funky play.
I don't think anybody really knew what was going on. Bengard just stood there confused once he had the ball for a second.
Bengard had the ball and just looked back at the plate. So Rother grounds out. That'll go down as a fielder's choice. First and third, 1 away. Can the Miners finally end this marathon? Mike Ferreira at the plate. Searching for his first Miners hit. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Hammered right field. Lining it up in right field. Catch is made. Morozic to the plate. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Miners walk it off in the 11th. Mike Ferreira. They're trying to rip off his jersey. He doesn't want it. And now they're going to get it. Then he gets the Gatorade bath, the ice water bath, too.
Give him the helmet, too. He's a Miner.
The helmet from the antique shop. Mike Ferreira with the walk-off in the 11th. What a win for the Matsu Miners tonight. Miners take it 8-7 for the Miners. 8 runs on 8 hits. No errors for the Bucs. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. I mean, what a win for the Miners. Mike Ferreira with the walk-off. Josh Morozic, anybody but Morozic on third there probably would not have scored. Throw to the plate was a good one. David Christie, the right fielder, is a pitcher. He can throw the ball.
Oh,
Gave a
Morozic
good
just
throw.
made the dodge around the catcher. He was not about to be given up.
Gave a good throw from right field. Got to the plate, was slightly offline. Had it been online, they would have maybe had a shot at Morozic, but Morozic running home was able to work his way around the tag and win it. Once again, the Miners take this one 8-7 thanks to a 6-run 8th inning. And we will end the broadcast here. But for myself, Reese Landon, along with my partner, Sean Neath, so long from Herman Brothers Field. Miners 8-7 winners on the day. We'll be back in a little bit with the post-game show with manager Tyler LeBrun.